Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Offense, get ready, let's go! Let's go, baby! Pitch down, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Weslaco East! 35, 32-yard line, little flip pass. Let's go, East! Let's go, East!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Weslaco Wildcats.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Texas A&M Kingsville. Terry Beitler with you, along with Joey Cavillo. We're here for the area round 4A Division I playoffs. The game tonight between the Weslaco East Wildcats and Victoria East.
And welcome back from 2011. It is 2020, and it is December, and we're playing football. He's Mike Gonzalez. I'm Carlos Robledo. How you doing, everybody? We are here on the Nat Medical Center K-West pregame show, where, yes, the Weslaco East Wildcats taking on the Victoria East Titans in this all-important battle right here. This is a by-district game. That run from 2011 was an area-round game to get to the third round of the playoffs. Yes, they have met before. There is history between these two teams. Let's get to those highlights, Mike Gonzalez. That was an outstanding game from 2011. And these are two teams. Let's roll the film because, yeah, it was such a long time ago. It seems like it was a long time ago, 2011. It was Jonathan Gardner, who was an honorable mention All-State. He scored 4 touchdowns in that football game. But the Wildcats also had an All-State running back, Aaron Munguia, and he scored 5 touchdowns in that football game. The Wildcats pounded the ball in this game, controlling the clock like they always do. They had the ball for 30 minutes to the Titans' 17 minutes. Munguia rushed for 312 yards, 43 carries, and East jumped out to a 21-7 lead, but the Titans battled back down, and here they made it 24-14. Then John Arevalo, remember him at quarterback? He passes to Brandon Hernandez to make it 24-14 at the half. Wildcats. Then in the third quarter, Munguia and that offensive line controlling the line of scrimmage, and they increased the lead 35-14. The Titans would score 2 touchdowns to make it 35-29 in the fourth quarter, but the Wildcats were up to the challenge. Justin Flores added a TD here with 2:54 left in the game, and East wins the contest 49-36. The Wildcats were trying to go back-to-back years to the third round of the playoffs, and that's what happened to Coach Armando Cuellar. And he finished the season 8-0 in district. He was 11-2 overall, and they went on to play Cedar Park in the Alamo Dome. Mike Gonzalez. A lot of people remember that game. It seems like just yesterday, but you watch the video and it's like, oh yeah, no, that was a while ago. That was before we had everything in HD.
Yeah, just watching the opening, Carlos, and then watching these highlights, I mean, it just brings back a lot of wonderful memories, a lot of great players from that team, a wonderful coaching staff. A lot of them are still here. If you're a player on Weslaco East this year, and you probably went to that game, they were probably like in second or third, fourth graders in those days, and just, wow, it just brings back a lot of memories. I mean, we're talking about Aaron Munguia, who rushed over 2,000 yards that season. He took over Bobby Gonzalez. Offensive line led by Carlos Cuellar, an all-state player. You got other members like Sam Salazar, who played center, and then you had Christian Garcia, who was one of the guards in that team, and just a dominant, and nasty offensive line. Earlier in the spring, Carlos, of that year, they actually went on to win the powerlifting state championship, and I just think that momentum carried into the fall, had another wonderful year, went on to the third round to play Cedar Park for the second year in a row.
Yeah, and that was the early part of the Wildcats' start of a long run, and now here we are 14 years in the making now, where the Wildcats have gone to the postseason, and here they are once again, and they're taking on Victoria East, like I said, an old foe, a team that they have faced before, and they also played Victoria West the year before that, so they have played those Victoria schools, and they're used to that. So let's take a look at the Titans. Remember the Titans, 2020, and who is this team? Well, this is a team that they won the games in their district that they were supposed to win. They started off with a couple of victories against San Antonio Southwest Legacy, then Corpus Christi Carroll, but then they lose. They lose 3 games right there, and these are the tough teams in that district up there in the Coastal Bend. You're talking about Corpus Christi Veterans. They are, the top team there in Corpus Christi. Flower Bluff, always a lot of tradition at Flower Bluff with the Hornets. They lost that game, and a close one, 27-23. Victoria West, the battle of the boot there. They lose that one 50-20, and then look at that. They beat Corpus Christi King, Gregory Portland, Corpus Christi Ray, and Corpus Christi Moody to make the playoffs. And then here we are taking on the Wildcats. What do you think about the Titans 2020?
Well, you know what, Carlos? In studying this team this week, the thing that stood out to me is in the 4-game winning streak, the team has averaged 362 yards rushing. And in the 3-game losing streak in the middle of the year, they only rush for 174 yards per game. So what is the key, in my opinion? Stop the run. They got to stop three players, 2 quarterbacks, starting with number 2, Latavian Johnson, very athletic, quick, can throw the ball, has a 4.5 speed, and then they have a young sophomore by the name of Jaden Williams, who's tough, mobile, very dangerous on the open field, and then they have a running back, Alan Jimenez, over 1,000 yards this season in 9 games. Those 3 players, Carlos, have combined for over 3,000 yards rushing.
So you're telling me this is a team that comes in that likes to run the ball, control the line of scrimmage, run the clock?
Well, they do have a couple of linemen that are really big, really good size, and they like to run the ball. They can hurt you from the outside through the inside. They can also throw the ball, Carlos.
Okay.
They have a few athletic receivers that are about 6 foot, that are 4.5 speed, 4.4 speed, that also to look out for. But their ingredient is to run the football.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like the Weslaco East Wildcats, and they like to ground and pound and run the football as well. And let's take a look what they have done in their season. 4 games. They won all 4 games, 4-0 on the year. They beat Brownsville Pace, 44-34. That game was right here. That was the season opener. Remember, it's 2020, pandemic, and all those things took place. So they play them here in November, a late game. Then they play Brownsville Porter. The Cowboys win that game 42-3. Total domination. Lopez and, of course, Brownsville Vets. That game happened, Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, 56-0 right here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. And we don't talk a lot about the defense. We talk a lot about the offense, and I think Coach Guzman, it's okay, if he's kind of under the radar on that. But that defense has played outstanding, especially in the last 3 games, only giving up a field goal.
Only giving up the field goal, and that's because it was late in the game against Brownsville Porter on special teams where the ball, I believe, went over the punter's head, or there was a miscue there that set up the field goal late in the game. If not, Carlos, the defense, or actually the Weslaco East, would have 3 straight shutouts after giving up 34 points to Brownsville Pace. And they've averaged 48 points per game in the 4 games they played during the season. And what's impressive, Carlos, is that not only are they playing well on offense, not only are they playing well on defense, but on special teams. They are clicking and playing at a high level in all 3 phases of the game.
All right, so this ground attack, as we talk now a little bit about this offense, let's show some video, because you're going to see a lot of Gio Guerra. That's right, because this young man has run with the football like crazy. And this team does remind me a lot of that 2011 team. They are consistent running attack type of offense. Gio Guerra is their go-to guy. He's a 3-year letterman, and he looks for contact. He's the one that goes out there, and he's going to hit you. You're not going to hit him. And then he reminds me a lot of that Aaron Munguia type of offense. But the Wildcats also have Avery Bowen at quarterback or running back, or who knows? I mean, they can put him all over the place. If you read RGVsports.com this morning, that's what Coach Burgett was talking about. And he is very, very dangerous. He is a powerful back. He can break tackles. He can outrun just about anybody. So these 2 players on this football team, they are the key to this offense, along, of course, with that offensive line.
No doubt about that. Bowen and Guerra are the 1-2 punch of this team, but they also have other guys, Carlos, that contribute. To Javier Garza, who's on the roster listed as a backup quarterback. They used him in the backfield. They used him as a quarterback. Edward Villalobos, who's also listed as a quarterback, has also been used in the backfield, has also been used for blocking. Ashton Guajardo, only a sophomore, and then Jay Vasquez, we saw in the video earlier, him run. He maybe he might be small, Carlos, but boy, can he run with the football. And all those guys can run with the football and create yards for this offense. They have a lot of depth in this team. And what I really like, Carlos, is that they give you a lot of formations, a lot of looks. They show you, they give you formations from the Wildcat, from the pistol. They have 2-back sets, single back, the power eye and the base eye. I mean, they give you all kinds of formations. So if you're a defensive player, you're like, who's going to get the ball? Where are they going to go? And so they really have the defense unbalanced, which is great.
Yeah, offensively, they're going to come at you. They're going to run the blast. They're going to run that. They're going to run the ball a lot. But you also cannot sleep on the passing game, and that's what I like about this football team. When we saw this, especially as veterans, they had a couple of big plays with the passing game, and these weren't just these were outstanding catches that some of these players were making for the Wildcats. They have the athletes who can catch the ball, pass the ball, so that game can open up when needed for the Wildcats.
Well, yeah, Carlos, no doubt about that. Even though they've only played 4 games, if they were on pace, Carlos, to play 10 games, they would easily go over 1,000 yards. They've already had like 2 games where they could have thrown for 200 yards this season. So the mix of the pass and the run, and then that leads to 48 points per game.
Oh, absolutely. They're looking very good. Let's take a look at this offense. Let's take a look at these guys without their helmets out. They come out here now, and part of that group is that offensive line, and Pedro Posadas, Robert Torres, Zeke Negrete, Hiram Cantu, Mark Ochoa, tight end David Trevino. This is one of the biggest offensive lines that you're going to see in the Rio Grande Valley. There's some big boys here in the Rio Grande Valley, but with the Wildcat system, they're likely on the powerlifting team, I would think, or they were last year, and they're not going to finesse you. They're going to straight up come out, hit you in the mouth. They're going to play powerhouse football, and they're going to hit, they're going to drive, and these are some guys that are going to be making some holes for the Wildcats at that offensive line.
When it comes to the Weslaco East Wildcats, especially on the offensive line, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a very physical unit that are going to hit you up front, punch you in the mouth, and they play with they're very well coached, excellent technique, come off the ball very, very well. And Coach Rakovich actually told me last night that it's the steps that also matter in when you execute the block there. And this is a team that's very well disciplined. Pedro Posadas, 6'3", D1 prospect. We don't know where he's going to go to school, but then you got Zeke Negrete, 6'3", 280. Those 2 guys lead the horses up front along with Robert Torres.
Yeah, and what I like also about Weslaco East, and this has been done, you go to an East practice, it's not just the linemen who are practicing their blocking. It's everybody. Everybody has to know the fundamentals of blocking, from the wide receivers, quarterbacks, running backs, everybody. They got to be there blocking downfield as well.
Yeah, and we saw it in the video just a few minutes ago. The receivers getting involved, the backs getting involved. Even the quarterback has to make some blocks sometimes when they run the blast play. He'll go in there and block somebody down the field, and that's where the execution comes in. And you mentioned, Carlos, the fundamentals of the game, protecting the football, which leads to points.
All right, so what's up next? So there was already a football game. It was played last night, and it was San Antonio Southwest. They were taking on San Antonio Breckenridge, and it'll be the Dragons who will be playing in the next round of the playoffs. That'll be an area round game, and that will be either against Weslaco East or Victoria East, and that game will take place. Date and time and all that stuff, well, that'll be determined. Maybe we'll hear an announcement after this football game. But the Dragons, you see the record right there. There were 4-6 coming into this game. What happened, Mike?
Well, they started the season 0-6, Carlos, on a 6-game losing streak, and then they ran the table after that, winning the games that matter the most, which is the district games, including the last game of the season against Rio Grande City. And that momentum has carried into the playoffs. They beat San Antonio Breckenridge that came into the playoffs 5-1, and they beat them decisively 31-7. So I mean, they're playing at a high level right now. So if the Weslaco East Wildcats can win tonight, I think it'll be fun to play Southwest next week.
Oh yeah, and the Wildcats, they're looking at that bracket and they're trying to see where they're going to go to next. Of course, one game at a time. All right, all games this year, football games will be live on Weslaco ISD YouTube channel. You can watch Weslaco High's football game tonight, and also Weslaco East and the Wildcats. And with the call will be Joe Aguilar and Coach Rakovich. What's up, guys?
Well, Carlos and Mike, we're excited about tonight. Tonight, of course, it is the state high school football playoffs, and Weslaco East is going to be one of the teams playing tonight. And you said we got started last night, but we're excited about Friday night. Now, being with COVID and all that stuff, we'd be talking about mid-season form right now. And the Weslaco East Wildcats absolutely look like they're in mid-season form, but definitely got to be in playoff form because this is the bi-district round of the playoffs. You guys mentioned how good they looked on offense, how good they looked on defense, how good they've looked on special teams. You know, one of the things that you failed to mention was on special teams, we've seen a blocked field goal returned for a 2-point play, and we've also seen a punt return for a touchdown. So these Wildcats are clicking on all cylinders. Coach Burgett definitely has these kids ready to play tonight, and we've seen them just get better and better and better each week. You talked about the number of points that they've been putting up each week, 44, 42, 49, and then, of course, 2 weeks ago, 56. They pitched 2 straight shutouts, and we're expecting to see a very good game tonight. We're expecting the Wildcats to just do all kinds of different things as we've seen them do all season long. Of course, in this shortened season, only 4 games. Coach, I'm excited for this one.
It's by district round. I'm telling you right now, this is the first step on your way to AT&T Stadium. And I'm going to tell you, people, that's dreaming. But you know what? When you play football, you have big dreams. That's what you do. But you know, right? You're right what we said, Carlos. If you play for the Weslaco East Wildcats, you better know how to block. And these kids do. And I'll tell you another thing. We did play Victoria East. So I'm going to say one thing to Victoria East. Welcome back. Eastside football, Wildcat style, baby. Here we go tonight. It's going to be fun.
We're ready. Back to you, Mike and Carlos.
All right, thank you very much, Coach Rakovich and Joey Aguilar. And that's right, because Coach Rakovich was there in 2011 on the sideline coaching that team. All right, time for 5 questions. And here is Robert Torres.
My favorite food, it would have to be Wingstop. You know, I like the flavors from there. I think the wings are pretty good. Probably have to be Friday Night Tykes from Netflix. I used to watch it on Esquire Network. Back then, it used to be like my favorite thing. I used to play for Typho when I was little. So I found it super interesting to me watching like the teams up north play. So I thought it was pretty fun. My favorite music would have to be hip hop, maybe a little bit of corridos here and there. You know, I like to mix it up a lot. Drew Brees. Now, I grew up watching him. I thought he's one of the best, and I still think he's one of the best now. Favorite quarterback of all time, favorite team, Saints. It all goes together. Shelby truck is nice. You know, nice and fast. The truck, a lot of space. It's probably my favorite.
All right, thank you very much, Robert Torres. Let's take a look at the weather for tonight. We wanted some better weather. The humidity is down. It's going to be a little cool tonight. You might want to bring a light jacket if you're coming out to the game, or if you're outside watching the game on Weslaco ISD YouTube channel. So it's going to be about 7 degrees, feel like 71. It should be very, very nice tonight. Well, tonight the Wildcats will be wearing the letters RP on their helmets, and that'll be for Rob Peterson, who passed away last month. And Mike Gonzalez takes a look at that as we leave you tonight, and we will see you after the game.
You'll notice a new decal with the letters RP on the helmets of every Weslaco East player. It's to honor the late Rob Peterson, a longtime Weslaco ISD educator, former board member, and a passionate Wildcats fan who suddenly passed away last month at the age of 63.
And by far, one of the biggest fans a person could ask for. Great guy.
Peterson is the husband of Sue Peterson, Weslaco ISD's assistant superintendent and first ever Weslaco East High School principal. They both watched the Wildcats grow into a football power and supported all students in extracurricular activities. And now, he will be rooting and watching Weslaco East from the best seat in the house.
Always there. We could hear him yelling all the time from the stands. He was always positive, just a Wildcat through and through, and we're going to miss him.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the national anthem, we would like to introduce the veteran of the game brought to you by De La Garza Family Dental. Tonight, we recognize Ruben Gonzalez, who served in the United States Army for the past 20 years. Staff Sergeant Gonzalez served 3 tours in Iraq, protecting our country. During his time in the desert, Gonzalez won many awards, including the Bronze Star for heroic actions. During Operation Iraqi Freedom, Gonzalez has 4 children, Joshua, Beatriz, Amber, and Noah. Staff Sergeant Gonzalez of the United States Army, we salute you, sir. And now, will you kindly stand and remove all headgear as we honor America with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly beheld at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were clear, the boats bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave?
Alaska's big tackle.
We worked hard. We pushed ourselves to the limit. Every drop of sweat, every run, every hit, grinding, preparing for battle. The wait is over. We're back. East side, strong side.
Well, good Friday evening and welcome to Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Your Weslaco East Wildcats in the 5-district round of the state high school football playoffs, taking on the Victoria East Titans. And we are excited about tonight. I am Joe Aguilar, joined by Coach Rock, going to bring you all the action from tonight's ball game.
It's going to be an exciting game, Joey. It's by-district football. You know, I understand we've only had 4 football games, but that's the way it's 2020, but I guarantee you it's going to be an exciting match against a foe that we've played some years back. But, you know, I said 2 different teams, great matchup. It's going to be a heck of a football game. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, that we are expecting a lot of fun. 2 teams that are predominantly running teams, so we're going to see a lot of ball carrying. We're going to see a lot of hard hits tonight.
Yeah, you know, they're going to be both real physical up front, both sides of the ball, offensive and defensive. It is going to be a smash-mouth type football game, as you can see. But then when you say something like that, both of them can throw the football. So you're going to see some mixture thrown in there also. But predominantly, yeah, they love to run the ball on both sides of this.
Well, we're going to have the coin toss right now. Of course, it is COVID, and so things are done a lot differently and not something we normally see. So we've already had both teams run onto the field. Normally we'd be having the kickoff right now, but we're having the coin toss. So we'll toss it down to the field, and I'm going to see if our referee is mic'd up.
We're not really here for the coin toss. We already did this with the coaches. This is just a mock thing. I'm going to flip it, but again, we've already decided everything that happened. So let's flip it now. All right. Victoria East, you won, and you're going to defer. Victoria East has won and defers to the second half.
So Victoria East wins the toss, so that means that Weslaco East will have the football to begin the football game tonight.
Absolutely, you know, so, you know, they deferred.
Will receive the opening kick. All right, guys, shake hands one more time.
Yeah, they deferred, and Weslaco obviously took the football. Obviously, that's what you want to do. And, so it's really important this first drive, to go down and cash in and try to get some points on the board, because that's what you want to do, because obviously, and you want to like to score right before half, that kind of thing, so that advantage doesn't go to the guy that gets the ball when they start the second half.
Well, as we begin this contest, we'd like to acknowledge our kickoff sponsor, Jones, Galligan, Key, and Lozano. They are located at 2300 West Pike, Suite 300, right here in Weslaco. Jones, Galligan, Key, and Lozano, attorney at law, our kickoff sponsor. Well, the Weslaco East Wildcats, as you just heard, did not win the toss. Victoria East did the first, so Weslaco East will have the football. Back deep to return, standing on the 5-yard line, Avery Bowen along with Gio Guerra. And on to kick for the Titans, and it's going to be a short pooch kick, and it's going to be taken at the 25-yard line. That looks like Jay Vasquez. He's going to take it out to about the 40, about a 14, 15-yard return from Jay Vasquez. Anytime that guy gets his hands on the ball, he's dangerous.
Yeah, he is.
Robert Torres, Ezekiel Negrete, Marco Choa, Hiram Cantu, David Trevino, Avery Bowen, Javi Garza, Edward Villalobos,
Jay Vasquez,
Gio Guerra.
ATPE is your ally, your voice for professional educators.
And 1st and 10, and it's Gio Guerra with the handoff, and he takes it right behind his left guard, left tackle. He gets across midfield into Titan territory, and they finally knock him out of bounds at about the 38-yard line, and that is a quick 22-yard pickup on the first play from scrimmage for your Wildcats.
What a way to start the game. Running a little split backs right there, and just a little little power to the left right there. Good job of Posadas and that group of opening up a big hole for Gio to run through, and great first down and great first run of this football game.
And remember, our first down sponsor, Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, Justice for All. And another handoff to Gio Guerra on the same side of the field. Not 22 yards this time, probably like maybe 18 yards, but still two big gains for the West East Wildcats.
Same football play, just a power off the left side right there, hand it off Gio. Again, little split backs right there, a little different wrinkle for the Wildcats. Haven't seen much of that this year, but there it is, and both very positive football plays.
And that's another Jay Gonzalez first down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, Justice for All. So once again, the West East Wildcats, 2 plays, 2 first downs, and 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. So same offensive formation. Javi Garza under center. He's going to hand it off to Bowen. Bowen this time off the right side. Going to get inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. And your Wildcats have now entered the Payne Auto Group Red Zone. Payne Auto Group, our Red Zone sponsor.
Another little offset set right there that time, and just a little quick dive play to the fullback right there. Picked up about 4 yards, so it's a good play on first down. Brings up about second and about 6 or 7 yards right here.
Yeah, they're going to spot it at the 17-yard line. So this time it's going to be an offside. That's going to be a free play for your Wildcats. Javi Garza quickly just grabs it and runs right behind the center. So we'll throw it down to the field and see what the call is.
Offside. Defense number 70. That's a 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Yeah, it looked like 70 and a few of their other guys right there were in the neutral zone and got offside. So that's brings up a real short right there, 2nd and about 1 now. So that looks good for our Wildcats.
Yeah, and of course, Javi Garza, a really smart quarterback. He just took the snap and went right behind the center because, of course, it is a free play. You get a yard or two, don't matter because they're going to give you 5 more. So here we go. 2nd down and 1 for your Wildcats. Javi going to toss it out to Bowen out to the left side. He turns the corner. He's inside the 10. We do have a flag. Finally knocked out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, they got several flags down there right there, just right around where the point of attack was. Hopefully it's not against us, but that's in that area of holding.
So. Offense number 75. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
So they'll move them back 10 yards, and instead of 2nd and 1, now it's going to be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, obviously that it's part of the game and stuff like that. But good drive so far by the Wildcats. They're just going to overcome this. It's 2nd and 11, but we'll see what happens there. But it was going to be a good first down for them. But just load it up and here we go.
So here come the Wildcats. Jonathan Valadez in the backfield along with Bowen. However, we've got a whistle.
Timeout.
And
Weslaco East.
Coach Burgett obviously saw something he didn't like, so he decides to call a timeout. And our timeout sponsor is Car Audio and Alarm, Extreme Car Audio. So if you are looking for a dependable car audio and alarm, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound system, car alarm, LED light bars are all available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
Well, Coach, obviously, as we just mentioned right before our timeout, Coach Burgett obviously didn't like something, so he calls a quick timeout. There's, again, we've only played 4 games.
Yeah, it's a little personnel thing. I'm sure they're just trying to get the personnel package correct, that kind of get the right kids on the field, what he wants to see. But, what I like so far is I really love seeing what our offensive line is already doing. They're starting to already, say, hey, show their presence in this football game already. So open up some really big holes for our running backs.
So here we go. Wildcats in the huddle. Bowen in at quarterback, and he's going to have Gio Guerra in the backfield. He's going to take a direct snap and run out to the left side. He's got a little bit of running room. He's inside the 10, and they needed 11 for the first down, and I think he picked up 12.
He sure did, Coach. He did a great job of just following his blockers outside. It looked like he was going to get stopped right there, and he took a good cut to the right side. Just a direct snap to him, just outside, run outside run by our quarterback, that kind of stuff, and did a great job of getting around the corner. Good job by David Trevino getting the edge and setting the edge for Bowen to get outside and pick up the necessary yardage for the first down.
And that's a Jay Gonzalez Law Firm first down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all. So they're going to spot the ball at the 11-yard line, which means they could quite possibly pick up another first down before a touchdown. So Javi got it this time to hand off to Gio Guerra off the left side. And Gio is met quickly as soon as he breaks the line of scrimmage. And the first person to make contact with him was Joe Valenzuela on the defensive side of the football field.
Yeah, that time they kind of closed it off right there. Like you said, Valenzuela did a good job of, closing up the hole and making the tackle. Looked like they came up with the football, but I think the whistle was blown. So it's still Wildcat football, but they did a whole lot better job. It's the same 2 plays. They ran back-to-back to start the game right there. But this time they did a great job up front, especially like you said, number 70, big old kid right there, Ethan Farias right there, the defensive tackle, did a great job of, plugging that hole.
Yeah, Valenzuela is their second leading tackle on the defensive side. Got 69 tackles so far this year. This time they're going to go out to the right. Bowen takes a toss. He's inside to about the 5, and it takes 3 of the Titans to bring him down, and we'll see where they spot it. And it looks like they're going to spot it at the 5-yard line, which will bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, just a quick toss to the right side of Bowen, and he noticed he didn't stretch it. He just took it up inside because the defense was really flying to the football right there. So he cut it back up inside and got about 5 or 6 yards right there. So it's a really good run by Bowen.
So 3rd down and 4 from the 5-yard line. Javi Garza runs back out onto the field. The huddle's up with his teammates, and he breaks huddle, and here we go. Javi Garza under center. Power eye right. Bowen is the tailback. They're going to toss it to him off the right side, following his blocker. And it's Bowen in for a 5-yard touchdown. He's done.
Strong side, baby. Good job right there by the Wildcats. Good opening drive. Great, just a good job by the offensive line, setting it, getting them reach, cutting off the linebackers. Touchdown, Wildcats, baby.
So Bowen with a 5-yard touchdown run on the first drive for your Wildcats. And the extra point they are setting up Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, kick is good. And our touchdown extra point sponsor is Dr. Sandra Esquivel, your hometown general surgeon, Dr. Esquivel.
The extra point is no good.
Hit off the...
Extra point, as you heard, is no good. From my corner, it looked like it may have slid in.
You know,
but
it just kind of hit off the right post and bounced back off into the field right there. So I could barely see it at this angle too. I could see where that would happen, but just hit off that.
Yeah,
one.
I've got this big barrier right here.
Yeah.
It kind of looked a little different, but nonetheless, that point was no good. So we've got 7:29 left to go here in the first quarter. And it's your Wildcats 6, the Titans 0. So, as you mentioned, Coach, a great, impressive first drive by the Wildcats.
Yeah, it sure was. You know, just methodically, it had to overcome a holding penalties, did that. Just some good hard running, both for Giovanni and from Bowen, and some great blocking up front, you know. And a good job by our quarterback just, you know, taking them bit by bit down the field. And just a good opening drive by our Wildcats.
So here we go. Kickoff is away, and it's going to be a short one. And there's a fair catch call, and it's caught by Thomas Vargas at about the 29-yard line. We'll see where they spot it, and that's where the Titans will not resume, but they'll take over for the first offensive series of the night. You know, Mike and Carlos talked about this in the pregame. We see a two-quarterback system, a senior and a sophomore. They both seem to be almost identical. However, the senior does better running than the sophomore. The sophomore has a little bit better passing as far as yardage is concerned. And we'll see the senior, Latavian Johnson, first at the quarterback position. He's going to fake the handoff to Jimenez, and he is corralled at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And guess who's the first one there?
Jordan Velasquez. I mean, you talking coming. It was shot from his side. He saw it right there. Just a zone read there again. And Velasquez, boom, big hit by Jordan Velasquez.
So they're going to give him about a yard gain. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Oh, here comes Johnson. He's going to roll out to his right. However, we do have a quick flag, and normally that is motion. There we go.
Offense, number 13. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Yeah, you see that quick flag right there. You know it's motion on the offense right there. You can see that one of the receivers moved out here on the edge. But again, that brings up 2nd and long right now. So that puts our defense in great situation, and you know, it's going to obviously eliminate some of the things that Victoria East likes to do with the football. So he's going to make it, anytime you get this, you can put them in more of a one-dimensional type of offense.
Well, they're going to send 2 receivers to both sides of the ball, and Johnson is the quarterback. He's got one runner in the backfield. He's going to stay around the block. Looking out to his left, throws it up the middle. It's to Terrell. Terrell is in the open field. He's finally brought down right about at the yard to gain, which was going to be the 39-yard line, and then we'll see where they officially spot it.
Yeah, we'll see where they do it. Just a little under pattern to Terrell right there. It caught the ball, great speed.
And they
didn't even set the chains.
They didn't give the chance for the chains to be set, and they just lined up and took a quarterback sneak. So we'll see where they spot it. They're going to say he picked up 2 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 8.
You know, Joey, I think Victoria East thought they were short, and they were just getting up there on the quick snap and stuff to try to get the quick first down, but they already had the first down.
Yeah, and I was thinking the exact same thing when they lined up so quickly, but they had the first down. So nonetheless, it's a quarterback sneak, and it goes down for a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 for the Titans. 2 receivers each side of the football, and again, we've got a false start there on the left side of the football. And that one was very obvious.
It sure was. You know, we're doing a little, and we do this set up on our defense a lot of times. We'll set in a formation, boom, and we'll shift out to something else. You know, what we call a stem.
Start.
And
offense number 53, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
And I promise you, and if they can't handle that, it's going to be going on a lot tonight. You know, that kind of stuff. We'll stem a whole bunch, all right? And especially if the offense cannot stand still, and you get that, because you keep moving guys back 5 yards at a time, that helps you.
Weslaco Vision Source is our penalty sponsor. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs. Weslaco Vision Source, our penalty sponsor. Johnson looks to his left, and that one is almost intercepted. That one was read all the way by Jesse James Garcia. You know, one of the things that I was going to mention in the pregame was that these quarterbacks don't have a lot of yardage passing. But then again, this is a shortened season. But one thing that we have seen from these quarterbacks is picks. Johnson's been picked off 3 times, and the other quarterback, Williams, has been picked off 5 times.
That movement again. But that was a great job by Jesse James right there. He broke on the ball well. It was just short. And I'm telling you, if he catches it, it's a pick 6. Because he's all in the end zone if he catches that football. So that was a great jump on the ball and a great coverage and super play. And now they obviously got to call a timeout right here. Now we got 3rd and long, so it's a good situation for our defense right now.
Well, if you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound system, car alarms, and LED light bars, all available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor. Well, this is the first time Victoria has a football, and they're faced with a 3rd and long. Well, what I was going to say, we'll wait till back because we're back to live action. So 3rd and 14 for the Titans. 2 receivers on each side. Johnson decides to look to his right. Going up the middle, it's to Terrell again. He's got it, and he breaks a tackle, and he's finally brought down at about the 34-yard line. And that's pretty much the same play we saw earlier, but this time from the other side of the field.
Exactly. You know, but this time he runs a little deep seam pattern, comes across the middle and catch it. You know, obviously he caught it on the high, put good catch, good pass, and they move the chains.
Quarterback is going to keep the football, and he's hit hard after he tries to make a spin move at about the 33-yard line after about his 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, good job by Sean Martinez coming from his safety position and making a sure tackle on the quarterback right that time. And everything was stopped up there up front with it led by number 66, Rodrigo Puentes and stuff. So not much of a hole there, but a good job of the defense.
This time a quick pass to Jimenez. Jimenez out in the flat. He's going to break a tackle, lower his head, and get down to the 25-yard line, and that's going to move the chains for the Titans.
Yeah, just a little swing pattern out to Jimenez. This young man's got tremendous speed. You can see Victoria's team speed offensively. They have some weapons.
And they're going no huddle again. This time a quarterback draw. Johnson right up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards.
Yeah, he again, exactly what you call it, quarterback draw right there, and he takes it up the middle. Good hard running by Johnson. Just a tremendous run there by Latavian Johnson.
So again, no huddle, hurry up offense. This time he's going to run out to his right. He's going to keep the football, and he's going to be down at about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that time you can see they pulled their right tackle outside, got out in front of Latavius Johnson that time, and he took it to the outside, bounced it out, and picked up the necessary yards for the first down. Now they're sitting on 1st and goal.
From the 4, they're going to hand it off to Jimenez, and Jimenez is going to pick up the first touchdown for the Titans. A 4-yard scamper for Jimenez.
Yeah, just dive straight over to the left side right there. Jimenez just takes it in, walks in the end zone, and for your first score for your Titans football team. So, you know, very impressive drive by Victoria East football team right there.
Grant Biles on to attempt the extra point. And the extra point is up. And the extra point is good. And so with 4:02, the score is now Victoria East 7, Weslaco 6.
Before Clarissa Renteria was a dentist, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a cheerleader, played softball, and started college early through the dual enrollment program. She graduated from UTPA before earning her degree from the University of Texas School of Dentistry in Houston. Now she is Dr. Renteria, creating beautiful smiles at Professional Dental Group. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dr. Clarissa Renteria, WISD was the right choice.
Well, we hope you're enjoying this game at Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. And remember, the Wildcat season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center. We ask all fans to support our sponsors because they support Weslaco ISD Athletics. Thank you, Texas National Bank, Knapp Medical Center, and all of our sponsors for your support. So the Titans come right back roaring down the field, and they answer the Wildcats' opening score.
They sure did. You know, if you like offense, you like this game so far because both teams have, you know, pretty much running the football and doing what they want right now. So it's going to be that defense that shows up and just buckles down a little bit, makes a couple stops or whatever in this football game. Otherwise, you know, you obviously don't want to get in a track meet right now with Indians. They got great team speed on their offense and stuff. So, you know, Woody's got to settle down. I'm sure the coach is going to talk to him and say, hey, look, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Let's get it fixed. We'll be all right.
Garza again with the kick. This one again to Jay Vasquez at the 31-yard line. Jay Vasquez is going to run this one out to about the 40 again. And so right exactly where they began the first drive, that's where they'll begin the second drive.
Yeah, you know, they like that little pooch kick over there to Jay right there. So, you know, and he's doing a good job getting 10 or 12 yards when he gives up the field. So being able to start on the 40-yard line or real close to the 40, that you can't ask for much better field position starting off.
So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, second possession of the night. They'll start at their own 39-yard line with 3:57 left to go here in the opening quarter. It is the Victoria East Titans 7, your Weslaco East Wildcats 6. We want to thank Miriam Guerra Allstate Insurance, who's our first quarter sponsor. Miriam Guerra Allstate. Call or stop by for a free quote on your home, auto, life, or business insurance. Thank you, Miriam Guerra Allstate Insurance. Fakes the handoff to Gio Guerra, and looks like Bowen is still on his feet. Finally rolls over to his left, and he's going to fall forward for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, just a little jet sweep fake read, and Bowen takes the ball. Number 4 was right there for Victoria East, their linebacker, Trent Zappi, right there on the tackle. Bowen does fight to get a yard right there, but just about only a yard, but good job by their middle linebacker, number 4, Zappi.
Yeah, he's their he's their leading tackler on the ball club with 85 tackles on the season so far. Bowen, the quarterback, again, Gio Guerra in motion. This time they're going to give it to him off the left side, and he's going to get out to about the 45-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, this time they handed off the jet sweep to Giovanni and picks up about, 5 or 6 yards right there, so brings up about 3rd and 4, like you said, Joey. Good job right there, good reach blocks, good job by the offensive line, and brings up a 3rd and 4.
So Wildcats with the football, 2:50 to go here in the first. Wildcats trail by 1, 7-6. So here comes the offense. Power eye right. Javi Garza under center. Bowen is the tailback. Handoff. We're going to give it to Jonathan Valadez is the ball carrier, and Valadez finds a hole off the left side, gets across midfield, all the way down to about the 42-yard line, and that's a Jay Gonzalez Law Firm first down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
Yeah, a little bit of belly fullback right there, to fullback play on the belly to Jonathan. Great yardage, good hole right over big Mr. Posada. So great job opening the hole, good job on the belly.
So 1st and 10 for your Wildcats. Ball resting at the Titan 42-yard line. This time Bowen, same play, just a different running back there, and he's going to maul forward for about a 6-yard pickup all the way down to the 36-yard line.
I find it interesting what Victoria East is doing. They're moving number 4 around. He's not just playing linebacker right now. They got him on the edge out here playing defensive end. So I think he's one of these guys they're going to put all over the field since he's their best football player. So you can see that. They've been lining him up here, outside here, but earlier he was on the inside.
Yeah, I think they're trying to guess to see where Weslaco East is going. But with Bowen, with Valadez, with Gio Guerra, and putting them in different positions really keeps them off guard. And that there was a quick quarterback sneak, and they're going to bring it up to about the 34-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and about 1.
Yeah, a lot of misdirection from the Wildcats. You'll see that. A lot of different formation, a lot of misdirection. Now it's 3rd and 1.
So again, quarterback sneak for Garza, and he's going to pick up that 1 yard that they need. The line judge is already beyond the 32, and the line to gain was about the 32 and a half. So that's going to be another Jay Gonzalez Law Firm first down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
No, they're thinking about this. Looks like they
already signaled.
There they go. Now they
yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking, what are they doing? They're trying to measure it or something? We haven't seen a measurement in a long time, so.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for your Wildcats. Bowen takes the handoff. He's going to go out to the left. He's got a running room. He's going to get inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. And your Wildcats have now entered the Payne Auto Group red zone. Payne Auto Group is our red zone sponsor.
You know, I haven't seen that much this year, but you see, you got Bowen playing the fullback, you got Gio in the tailback, so that's a little fullback toss right there. We haven't seen much of that this year, but that's a little trickery. That kind of say, you mentioned the toss, it's coming from the wide, but now it's a little short and it's a little different from that close.
Well, we played one full quarter of football here in the bi-district round of your state high school football playoff. And at the end of one, it is the Victoria East Titans 7, your Weslaco East Wildcats 6. Welcome back. We are just about to get underway here in the second quarter. It is your Weslaco East Wildcats taking on the Victoria East Titans. And at the end of one, it is Titans 7, your Wildcats 6. I am Joe Aguilar, along with Coach Rock, bringing you all the action right here in Weslaco.
You know, here our second drive, Joy, you know, we're methodically moving the ball down the field, that kind of stuff, because, you know, this is, you know, every time you get the football, points are going to be a premium tonight. You're going to have to, you know, put some points on the board. You know, it's just like, you know, you don't want to ever lose any points like our, you know, our first touchdown right there, and the kick going a little bit on the pole and stuff, because all them little points can come back to haunt you a little bit. So every possession is so important in a bi-district football game.
So the Wildcats, 1st and 10 from the 14. Power eye right. They're going to hand the ball off to Gio Guerra. Gio still moving his feet, getting inside to the 14. I'm not sure where they're going to spot it, but he was fighting for yardage.
He sure was. Just ran a straight blast off the right side right there and probably picked up about 1 to 2 yards on it.
Well, they're bringing it back to the 14, so that's going to be no gain for Gio Guerra and your Wildcats. So it'll be 2nd and 10. So we'll see what they decide to do. They've got some personnel changes here, shuffling some players in and out of the field. So here comes Javi Garza, the quarterback, back onto the field for your Wildcats. 12 seconds left on the play clock, and the Wildcats break huddle. So just an offset formation to the right. Garza gonna hand the ball off to Gio Guerra off the left. Gio inside the 10. Gio inside to the 6-yard line. What great, tough running by that young man.
It sure was. Again, the same play that he broke two of them on right there. Just a little power back to the left right there. Right over Posadas at the backside guard pulling. Did a great job right there getting up in the hole and picking up some big yardage. And now it's third and manageable. Obviously, this every 2 ground territory right here. You got third and fourth, the 2 downs here to pick up about a yard and a half.
So same offset right formation for the Wildcats. This time, Javi Garza keeps it off the left side. Javi still on his feet. And he's going to get down to about the 2-yard line. I was waiting to see if he was going to break it into the end zone.
It looked like he was about to squirt through there and get into the end zone, Joey. You're absolutely right. But, picked up a first down. He's really almost at the 1-yard line. He's almost, the tip of the ball might be on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he was falling forward, so I was anticipating those arms going up. But nonetheless, first and goal for your Wildcats from the 2-yard line. Got it out of the quarterback. Gio Guerra, the handoff. And it's Gio, touchdown for your Wildcats.
Yeah, good job again. Just a little crossbuck action. Come back the other side with Gio, and he squirts to the hole. Good job up front. Great blocking by the offensive line. There you go again. Wildcat touchdown. East side.
Strong side. So here comes the extra point attempt for your Wildcats. We'll see if they come up for 1 or for 2, and it looks like they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, that's smart. They want to even it back up here, obviously.
Got it out of the quarterback. Villalobos in the backfield with them. He's going to roll out to his right, looking for a receiver out on the left. He's got Jordan Velasquez wide open, and Jordan drops the ball. And so the extra point is no good, and your quarterback with a great pass to Velasquez, and he cannot convert it. So your touchdown extra point sponsor is Dr. Sandra Esquivel, your hometown general surgeon, Dr. Esquivel.
Before Rene Hinojosa became a business executive, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL academics, designed the original Wildcats logo, was an all-state academic middle linebacker. He then played for the Longhorns, graduating with a business degree from UT. Now he's the Director of Strategic Development at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Rene Hinojosa, WISD was the right choice.
Well, we've got the flex cam floating around here at the stadium, and everybody is flexing their muscles. Well, almost everybody. There we go. There's a young man, a future Wildcat player. Well, the Wildcats are set to kick the ball away back to the Titans.
Well, we got to come up with a big defensive stop right here. We can see that right now because, we got to come. We've left a few points on this field right now, so we got to come back and make that up. And I'm sure our Wildcats going to step up a plate right now defensively and make a big stop.
Well, this one is kicked away, and it's in the direction of Evan Brown. He's going to take it, and he breaks a tackle and is going to get to about the 30-yard line, maybe the 28. We'll see where they spot it. But Brown with a pretty good return for the Titans.
Yeah, pretty good return right there. A good job, getting down there by Jared Pettis. He was first on the tackle, kind of slowed him down right there. And then the rest of the coverage got in there and made the tackle. So good stop by our kickoff coverage team.
So Latavian Johnson back in at quarterback for the Titans. Going to hand the ball off to Jimenez, and Jimenez is going to go right off the left guard, and he's going to plow forward for about 4 or 5 yards.
Met there by Rodrigo again, number 66. Good job of hitting in the backfield right there, but he kept his feet moving.
Johnson this time with a little fake handoff, decides to run it over out to his left, runs out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, but we did catch a replay right now, but didn't get a chance to give you the sponsor. Givalence and Martinez, CPAs and Advisors, is your replay sponsor for the second quarter. They manage your bookkeeping, payroll, financial statements, and tax preparation. Contact Givalence and Martinez, CPAs and Advisors, so you can get back to more important things like your business and your family. Jimenez with the toss off to his right across midfield to the 46-yard line. We do have a flag on the play.
Offense number 3. That's a 10-yard penalty.
First down.
Yeah, you can see the holding out here by the receiver. Good job right there. Pretty good play design right there by the Victoria East Titans. Just a little scat play out to Jimenez, and that young man's got good speed. So we just got to, like I said, just little things, just get a little bit better angles at this team, because they do have really tremendous offensive speed.
So this one comes back all the way to the 31-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Titans. This time a little counter play out to Jimenez. Jimenez breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet, 45 to the 47-yard line, and he picks up about 16 yards.
Sure did. They ran a little sprint draw right there. You see the quarterback sprint out left and then put it in the belly of Jimenez, and they just ran a little sprint draw back inside for a big gain. So now it's 2nd and very manageable for the Titans.
Fakes a handoff, and he's going to keep it. Johnson is the quarterback. He breaks the tackles across midfield into Wildcat territory down to the 44-yard line, where he's finally brought down by Sean Martinez.
Yeah, the Titans ran a little quarterback counter play right there, and Johnson was just real patient and got up in the hole and made some big yardage. Little swing pass now out to Jimenez.
And Jimenez is caught from behind by Giovanni Barrera. So this hurry-up offense by the Titans is moving the ball rather quickly up the field.
Yeah, that's a no huddle, and there they go. They're getting everything from the sidelines right there, and you just got to be set and get ready here defensively. We got to come up with a big play.
Here's the handoff to Jimenez. Jimenez at the line of scrimmage is dropped after about a 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, not much there right there. Good job by Jordan Velasquez filling the hole, and the rest of the defense, good job by Leo Guerra from his defensive end position, getting everything kind of stopped up there.
So 3rd down and 4. This time Johnson keeps it, bounces out to his left, and Giovanni tries to push him out of bounds, but Johnson just dives forward, and I think he's going to pick up enough for another 1st down.
Yeah, he did a good job of eluding Giovanni's his tackle right there, and just getting under it and squirting up for the 1st down.
So he does get enough for the 1st down and moves the chains. They're inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Titans. 7:26 to go here in the 1st half. Johnson looking out to his right. Quick pass, and it's caught. Breaking tackles is the senior receiver, Evan Brown.
Yeah, he caught the ball and, made a few moves and stuff like that, but the rest of the defense got there and made a sure tackle, but, they just ran a quick hitch out there to Brown and picked up about 8 yards.
So 2nd down, about 2. Handoff to Jimenez out to the left side. Jimenez fumbles the ball
on the ground.
And we'll see if the Wildcats pick it up, and they do. Great job there by Sean Martinez. I think it was Sean who put his hat on Jimenez.
Have they signaled yet? Yeah, there you go.
Great. Here's the replay, Coach.
Yeah, this is what you want to see. Yeah, a little counter play right there. And you see that, and good job by 15. Coming up and making a huge hit. Sean Martinez on the play. And good recovery right there by your Wildcats. And, hey, that's what you want to see right there, because you want that big turnover. That's a stop. That's what we look for right there. Now the offense, they methodically come down the field. We got about 6:44 left in this quarter, and we need to put some points on the board.
Yeah, that was Gianni Barrera with the fumble recovery. So your Wildcats with the football at their own 8-yard line, 1st and 10. Got it under center. Going to hand the ball off quickly to the fullback. And he's going to get out to about the 11-yard line, and that's Avery Bowen with the ball, with the carry for your Wildcats.
Yeah, they've come to, like I said, they're running a little power I, and they're putting Bowen in that fullback position and running some belly G right there is what it looks like to me. And, picking up 3 or 4 yards earlier, he burst open for a big run, so they were hoping to see that again.
So here come your Wildcats. Power I again. Same handoff to Bowen, and Bowen's going to get out to maybe the 12 after a 1-yard gain.
That time it was inside belly zone to Bowen to pick up a couple yards. All right, with you can see they're getting that offset. They're getting in the power I with that lead back, and then taking that zone and faking the toss out to Giovanni.
Yeah, they got Valadez with the lead block there, and Bowen coming right behind him. So 3rd down and 6 for your Wildcats. Ball is at the 12-yard line. Again, power eye right. This time Bowen moves over to the left. Toss to Gio Guerra. He cuts upfield. He's going to get to the 15, 16-yard line. The line to gain is the 18, so it's going to bring up a 4th and 2.
Yeah, they're in a little toss to the left right there. And, good job by the Titans defense to stretch out the play and come up there, led there by number 40, their senior linebacker, Joe Valenzuela.
Yeah, that replay, again, we want to remind you, is Givelance and Martinez CPAs and Advisor, who are your replay sponsor for the second quarter. They manage your bookkeeping, payroll, financial statements, and tax preparation. Contact Givelance and Martinez CPAs and Advisors so you can get back to more important things like your business and your family. So 4th down and 3 with 4:47 to go here in the second quarter. Power eye left. They're going to move the running back. This time it's going to get out to Bowen. Bowen's going to get to about the 18. It's going to be very close to a 1st down. So we're going to see where they officially spot it.
You see where they put it. So that's taking a big, big challenge right there.
Well, the line judge has that
like
almost to the 19. So it's going to be a 1st down for your Wildcats. And remember, J. Gonzalez Law Firm is your 1st down sponsor. J. Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
You see that old saying, they pay a lot of money to offensive, to coaches to make great decisions. That was a great decision, obviously, on that play. But, deep down in your end zone, kids, that tells you a lot about the Wildcat football team.
So offset right. This time they're going to hand the ball off to Gio Guerra. Gio off the left side is going to get to about the 25-yard line before he was hit really hard by Marquise Kendudal.
Exactly. Good job there up front of blocking. Good job by, both those tandem back, the tandem back and the power and the fullback inside, and then handing it off to Gio, putting a lot of humanity at one spot and trying to bust a hole right there. Picked up about 6 yards right there. So great 6 or 7 yards right there on 1st down. So that's a great play and a great execution by your Wildcats.
So 2nd down for your Wildcats. Ball at the 25-yard line, offset right. This time they're going to hand it off to Bowen. Bowen following his blockers, going to get out to the 30. Still on his feet, 32, 33-yard line. Bowen just being very patient, following his blockers, keeping his eyes open, keeping his feet moving, and gets down for another J. Gonzalez Law Firm 1st down. J. Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
So what they're running right there, they're running a power blast. So that puts 2 backs in the hole, along with the offensive lineman, and hand it off to the 3rd back, and boom. And that's just power football.
So here we go, same formation. This time Gio Guerra is going to take the ball, and he's going to get out to the 39-yard line. A good 6-yard pickup.
Nice job by Gio Guerra of cutting back, finding the hole, getting up in the hole, and getting 6 yards. Super play right there. And that puts us at about 249, 248. Now we're moving the football and keeping the ball away from a very explosive offense.
So they're going to give him 5 on that gain, and 2nd down and 5. I formation. This time Garza keeps it out to his left, gets across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, good job of picking up a couple yards right there. But I'm really impressed with that middle linebacker, for Victoria East, number 40, Joe Valenzuela, doing a good job up inside, kind of making it a little bit harder to run inside with him inside there, but doing a good job. And looks like they're, 4's usually in there, but looks like 4, they're playing him a lot at the defensive end spot tonight.
So here come your Wildcats. 3rd down and 2. Handoff to Bowen. Bowen off the right side. He's going to get to midfield, and he's going to take a couple of the Titans with him into their own territory, all the way down to the 42-yard line, and that's a J. Gonzalez Law Firm 1st down.
Great
J.
job.
Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
Great job on the G-Blast play right there. They're bringing it back in there. They're pulling the guard, kicking out. Big hole. Good job, Wildcats.
Good job again by Bowen, just waiting for those blocks to happen and following them. So 1st and 10, once again, the handoff is to Bowen off the right side, and he's still running people over inside the 40 to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, just real physical football. You can see this going on
Time
right
out.
now.
Weslaco East.
There's a replay, and Bowen just running over people, taking prisoners as he gets across the 40-yard line. And that timeout is taken by the Wildcats. So I want to remind you that if you're looking for a dependable car, audio, and alarm company, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound systems, car alarms, and LED light bars are all available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor. So the Wildcats calling the timeout with second down and about 5 to go and 1:28 on the clock.
Yeah, that last play, Bowen did a good job of saying, number 6, the sophomore, Bryson Gardner for Victoria East come up there and Bowen lowered his shoulder and boom, it was a big collision. Lots of big hits going on tonight.
Welcome to playoff football. Empty backfield for the quarterback, Bowen, looking out to his right. Now he's going to throw to the left, and he's got a receiver in Villalobos, but just a little bit behind, and he couldn't handle that one.
Yeah, what I like to been running the ball. We ran 2 seam pattern. Even on the outside right here, we had 2 receivers just running just free on the outside, but just a little bit over the stretched hands of Villalobos right there. But good, almost great execution right there. Could have been a big play, but here it is, third down.
So 1:23 to go here in the first half. Third down and 5 for your Wildcats. They lead 12-7. Garza under center. Gonna hand off to Gio Guerra. Gio trying to bounce it out, decides to cut it up the field inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line, and that's gonna be another first down for your Wildcats. We'll wait for them to signal that they just did, and that's a J. Gonzalez Law Firm first down. J. Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
They look like they got an injury down, but what a great job by Giovanni right there. Just, if you see him, he looked like he was just running about.
Well, there was a timeout officials took on the field, and so we're going to bring the Wildcats back onto the field for fourth down and about 1 with 1:09 to go here in the first half, and your Wildcats lead 12-7.
Yeah, I thought they had signaled first down, but I guess they caught his knee a little short right there when he was going real low, but here it is.
So they're going to hand the ball off to Bowen, and Bowen breaking tackles, carrying half of the ball club with him inside to the 25-yard line. Yeah, they signaled first down, and then they brought it back during the timeout.
I think Mr. Bowen's on a mission tonight.
Yeah.
That kid is running extremely hard. Kids are blocking. There's great holes and stuff, but Bowen's saying, hey, I'm not going to be denied. He is running hard.
Yeah, that is for sure. And that's another J. Gonzalez Law Firm first down. J. Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all. Toss to Gio Guerra off to the right side. And Gio Guerra brought down by Zappi. But Gio Guerra did not come down easily.
No, he didn't, but they were right there. A big play there, like you said, by Zappi, along with their defensive lineman, Devin Cantu.
So this time they're going to toss it to the left, and that's Gio. He gets a big block. He cuts it upfield, and he's inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. And your Wildcats have now entered the Payne Auto Group Red Zone.
Yeah.
Payne Auto Group, our Red Zone sponsor.
Timeout. Weslaco East.
Yeah, another timeout right there.
Third and final timeout of the half.
But a good run there by Gio anyway. But, a good stop there also by Marquise Kirkendile for the safety for your Titans.
Yeah, we want to remind you that if you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, make sure that you stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound systems, car alarms, and LED light bars are all available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor.
And was awarded a delegate.
Well, Coach, third down, 4 to go, 24 seconds on the clock, and that was their last timeout.
That's their last timeout. So, I mean, I know a lot about Wildcat football right now. This could be Boudreaux time. I won't tell you what that is, but this is good setup time for something a little out of the ordinary. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, if they get the first down on this play, they're going to come up and spike the ball. And that'll probably leave them just under 20 seconds to go, and that'll give them a couple of shots to the end zone.
Yes, exactly. So you got third down, you got 2 downs to make it here, but, not a lot of time left on the clock, but let's see what we can do.
Got to under center, toss to Avery Bowen. It's going to be a halfback pass. No, he's going to get down and he's going to run with the football, but he's going to smartly find his way out of bounds because it looked like he wanted to throw the ball down the field, and he had a receiver down there, but Victoria East was not fooled on that one. And so, but the good thing about Bowen is that he's a very smart guy, and he goes out of bounds to make sure the clock is stopped with 18 seconds on the clock, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 8 because he did lose some yardage on that play. And they're going to send in the field goal unit.
Exactly. So try to get some points right here and get this back to a little bit normal here to make up some of those 2 points that they lost already. Hopefully we get a good kick here and a good hold and get it through the end zone and get it through the uprights.
So Carlos Rodriguez on to attempt a 40-yard field goal. And it's going to be wide to the left. And so that is going to be no good. So with 15 seconds left on the clock here in the first half, it is Weslaco East 12, Victoria East Titans 7. And at the beginning of the second half, Victoria East will get the football.
Yeah, Victoria East gets the football to open up the second half right now. So, it's been – it's been a back and forth game right now. That mistake obviously that Victoria East got by fumbling, going down in the red zone area really helped us keep the score where it is right now. So we just need to come up with a big stop here in this 15 seconds, get in halftime, make our adjustments, come back out and make a big stop and then put some more points on the board.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to kneel to go into the locker room. So here's the snap, there's the kneel, and we'll wait for the final 12 seconds to tick off the clock. As we did mention, Coach, the Titans will get the ball to begin the second half.
Yeah, they will. So what a good first half. Fast first half, obviously. A lot of running the football. Both teams, trying to fill out what's happening, but good job.
Well, we head to the halftime locker rooms, and at the half, it is your Weslaco East Wildcats 12, the Victoria East Titans 7. We'll be back with second half action right here on K-West.
Introducing your 2020-2021 Starlet Officers. Lieutenant, Miss Amory Lopez. Major, Miss Areli Cantu. Your social officers for the year are Miss Kylie Mata and Miss Leanne Lopez. The Starlets are under the direction of Mrs. Laura Sadillo Rivera. Tonight, the Starlets will be performing a streamer routine. Here is Give Me Everything.
big tackle.
We worked hard. We pushed ourselves to the limit. Every drop of sweat, every run, every hit, grinding, preparing for battle. The wait is over. We're back. East Side, strong side.
The crazy ones, the mavericks, the dreamers, the forgotten sons.
Welcome back. We are at the Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. We just had halftime and we're just about to get underway in the third quarter. Your Wildcats up by a score of 12-7. Wildcats on the opening drive scored extra point, no good. Bowen on a 5-yard TD run. The Titans, Jimenez, they drove down the field, and Jimenez with a 4-yard TD run. Their extra point was good, 7-6. And we'll get back to that scoring update, but first we need to let you know that as we begin our third quarter, we would like to acknowledge our kickoff sponsor, Jones, Galligan, Key, and Lozano. They're located at 2300 West Pike, Suite 300 right here in Weslaco. Jones, Galligan, Key, and Lozano, attorney at law, our kickoff sponsor. And on the kick is Carlos Rodriguez. And this one's going to be in the direction of the Titans. And they're going to pick it up at about the 12 and be knocked out at about the 28-yard line. And here is our defensive starting lineup.
Leo Guerra, Josué Morales, Rodrigo Fuentes, Louis Castillo, Jordan Velasquez, Giovanni Barrera, Adrian Juarez, Jonathan Granados, Yanni Barrera, Jesse James, Sean Martinez.
ATPE is your ally, your voice for professional educators.
First and 10 for the Titans at their own 18-yard line. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's got nowhere to go. And Coach, you and I were talking about that at the half when we were off the air, was that this defense really needed to come out and flex their muscles here in the third quarter.
They sure did. That's a great job right there of stretching the quarterback outside, and he's going to lose 2 yards on the play right there. Good job right there by the opening for our defense. Looks like the Titans do a little spread. They come out and spread out and going to throw the football again.
Again to Terrell, and Terrell fumbles the football. And he gets it right back, I think. I think he just went up in the air and went right back, or maybe that was his glove.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but again, just a seam pattern right there, and a good job of the quarterback getting it out to 13 to Terrell, and he catches the ball. Just about everything that's been thrown, and he's caught. So really a good receiver right here. We got to put a little pressure on the quarterback, a little swing out here
to Jimenez, and Jimenez is going to get dropped after about the 45-yard line by Joe Lugo.
Yeah, good job by Lugo right there. Just a little swing pattern out to Jimenez right there. And he picks up about 6 yards right there, almost 7 yards on the football play.
So that'll bring up a second down and about 4 for the Titans. Again, still no huddle. They've been running this no huddle all day long, so they're going to hand the ball off to Jimenez. Jimenez breaks a few tackles, gets into the secondary, into Wildcat territory, all the way down to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, just a straight handoff to Jimenez over the right side, and good hard run there. Good open field tackle by Joe Lugo, number 7.
So again, Lugo with a big stop for your Wildcats. This time, a quick pass out to the left, and that one is to Williams. And Williams is going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Not much going there.
Just a quick bubble screen out there to Williams on that side, but super job by our corner on that edge right there of making the play and doing a good job right there of stopping it for no gain.
Yeah, one of the other things we were talking about, Coach, was we need to be careful with Williams, as he is a backup quarterback, and we're expecting some kind of reverse pass or something like that. But this time, the ball was jarred loose again out of the hands of Jimenez. The Titans say they have it, so we'll wait to see what the referees say.
But a big hit right there to come up right there and to make the stop right here.
And here's the replay. Gonna hand the ball off to Jimenez, and Jimenez again is hit. This time it was Jordan Velasquez that came and laid down the lumber there.
He sure did, and big hit and fumble, but they recover it.
Johnson rolls out to his left, looking for a receiver. He's got one. Falling on his back and hanging on to the football is Elijah Perry, and that'll move the chains for the Titans.
Yeah, just a little sprint out action that way and a little out pattern there by number 21, Elijah Perry, and he puts it right where he can catch it.
So 1st and 10 for the Titans inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line. Handoff to Jimenez. Jimenez looking to bounce it out. He's behind his blockers, and he continues to follow him all the way down to about the 19, maybe the 20-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 20, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 1.
Yeah, you can see the whole right side pulling right there. They're running a little counter play right there, and they get in behind those two big kids pulling right there and do a good job of picking up 9 yards on the play.
So same formation for the Titans. They hand the ball off to Jimenez. Jimenez right up the middle, and he's going to go down inside the 15 to about the 13.
Yeah, they just ran a little wrap draw by the right guard. You can see him wrap around. They ran a little draw play. Again, straight handoff to Jimenez for 1st down.
So the Titans, again, no huddle as they've been doing all night long. Same exact play, but this time the Wildcats are ready for it. They stop them after about a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, good stop there by Noe Castillo and in the defense. Good first hit by Noe, and the rest of them right there.
So 2nd down, Titans. This time Johnson rolls out to his left. Going to keep the ball. Velasquez comes up and brings him down just as soon as he crosses the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be maybe a 1-yard pickup for him.
Yeah, good job there by Giovanni. And then Velasquez getting there and making a big stop. So now it's 3rd and about 4 or 5.
So Johnson this time rolls out to his right, looking for a receiver. He's got one in Williams, and we'll see if he does make the catch. And they signal touchdown.
Yeah, Williams just sits down right there in the end zone, runs a little curl pattern right there, and he hits him in stride, and, touchdown Titans. But, again, they just move the ball right down the field here on the first possession of the 2nd half and get a touchdown.
So they're going to come out for the extra point. We'll wait to see what they do. There's waiting for the signal to come in as they are up by 1. It looks like they're going to go for 2, Coach.
Sure does.
So they're going to bring a guy in motion in Terrell, and they're going to roll out to his right. Johnson is this time Williams on the flat. To Terrell on the flat pattern, and that's going to be a 2-point conversion success. So the Titans with a 3-point lead with 8:06 to go here in the 3rd, 15-12. What a fan in the stand. There you go. There you have it. I'm pretty sure they're not looking up this way, Coach.
No, I don't think so. Right there, that 2-point conversion, they just run what you call a pick flat play, and quarterback does a good job of seeing it, and it puts it right on the outside right there, and they convert the 2-point play right now. So this is going to be a big offensive series for the Wildcats. They've got to come down and and score and try to probably go for 2 again to try to make up those 3 points. So
Marcus Garza on to kick for the Titans. We've seen little pooch kicks all night long. Back deep is Guerra and Bowen. So we'll see what they do, because you don't want to give the ball to Bowen or to Guerra. And again, Jay Vasquez at the 29-yard line. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 40. Moves inside 45. He's at midfield. And now he's in Titan territory. He's going to be finally brought down at the 30-yard line, and he's brought down by the kicker, Marcus Garza. And, Jay Vasquez is just one of those guys that every time he gets the ball in his hands, he makes something happen.
He does. He's real electric. Boy, that little kid can catch a football. I kept seeing that they're going to keep pooching to this kid. This kid's going to make him. It's going to make it hurt him here pretty soon, and here it is. He makes a big play out of it, because that's not wise. They probably haven't seen that young man very much this year, but I don't think I'd be pooch kicking to him very much.
So I formation for the Wildcats. They're going to give it to Bowen, and quickly we've got it.
Time out.
Okay.
Victoria East.
Okay. I saw him going into that motion penalty, and then he said timeout. So if you're looking for a dependable car, audio, and alarm company, make sure that you stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound system, car alarm, and LED light bars, all available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor.
Yeah.
Well, quick timeout by the Titans. I don't know what they were expecting, what they weren't expecting. I don't know if they didn't have enough players on the field, but they quickly called the timeout.
Well, they saw something that obviously they wanted to talk about, because it looked like we're about to get the ball to Bowen right there. And
so they come out in that I formation, run the ball with Bowen out to the left side. Bowen inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. A 2-yard pickup for Bowen.
Yeah, they run, again, a little fullback blast right there to the second back. They look like they're in a stacked I right there, which is a little bit different what I haven't seen them run that much this year. But, again, pick up about 2 yards.
So 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Again, first possession of the second half for your Wildcats. Again, same stack I formation. This time the toss to Guerra. Guerra looking for a blocker, doesn't get one, and he's knocked down at the line of scrimmage quickly by the linebacker, Zach Kinnison.
Yeah, actually, senior Zach Kinnison did a good job there of staying home and making a big tackle.
Well, Coach, 3rd down and 8 for your Wildcats. Ball at the 28-yard line. Are we in 4th down territory?
Oh, definitely. It's we got at least 2 downs here to make up 8 yards right here on this football plays. So, they're down here discussing it right now. Let's, at least get half of it right now and, set it up for 4th and short, we're hoping.
So here come your Wildcats back onto the football field. 3rd down and 8 from the 28-yard line. They got to get to the 20-yard line. That's the yard to gain. It's going to be Bowen at quarterback under center.
Got a little bunch out here to the left. All right.
You got Guerra and you've got Edward Villalobos down here to your left as well. Snap, Garza takes it, reverse to Villalobos, back to Bowen. Bowen looking for Gio Guerra, and he's got Guerra. Guerra catches it inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. A little razzle-dazzle reverse flea flicker, back to Bowen, out to Villalobos.
They've been running that play for many years with the Wildcats right there, and just really good job right there, concentration for Garrett to catch the ball.
Number 72 of the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So that's not going to count. They're going to bring right that one back. What I meant to say, back to Villalobos, back to Bowen, back to Guerra, out to Guerra. But that was just a lot of handoffs there, but yet an individual downfield. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. They'll erase that play and bring it back to the 34-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd and 14.
Yeah, that's tough right there, because you get a big play right there, and it gets called back. So now you're really kind of behind the 8 ball. You have to make this up, but you're still down in their territory. So you just got to pick up a little bit more yardage and get a 1st down.
So a little slot over here for your Wildcats, and the ball is on the ground, and we've got a quick whistle.
The ball was not ready for play. It was being held for a substitution. Reset, 3rd down.
Okay, there you go. I was waiting for the call because I didn't see anything. I didn't see any movement.
And what's tough on something like that, you know, the Wildcats had something set up right there, so they're trying to get the snap. They're trying to do something, but
so Jonathan Valadez in at quarterback. Bowen got the ball rolling out to his right, looking for a receiver. He's going to keep it and he's going to run. He's got a blocker. He breaks a tackle, still on his feet, finally hit from behind inside the 28-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 8.
Yeah, a little reverse receiver right there. He's going to try to throw a deep out to the outside right there, but he knows that the defender stayed with the man, so he just, hey, I'm going to take and run, try to get what I can. So he picks up about 6-7 yards right there.
Yeah, he picked up quite a bit, about half of what they needed. So that'll bring up a 4th down and 8. So they're going to send 3 receivers down to the bottom of your screen. Bowen in at quarterback. He's got Valadez in the backfield with him. Looking downfield, he gets the ball into the hand of Edward Villalobos, and that's going to be inside the 20-yard line. And they're going to signal the chains to be moved, and that's the J. Gonzalez Law Firm 1st down. J. Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all. So a big play when they needed it.
Huge play right there. Good job by Villalobos sitting down in the hole and the ball being delivered on a strike from Bowen. Good execution, 1st down Wildcats.
But I think what was more important there, Coach, was he knew exactly where he needed to get for that 1st down.
He did a good job of getting it.
Yeah, so here we go. 1st and 10 inside the red zone, and your Wildcats are now inside the Payne Auto Group red zone. Payne Auto Group, our red zone sponsor. And that's a quick handoff to Gio Guerra. Gio Guerra inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. 5-yard pickup, bring up a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, good job right there by Gio. Good hard running on the inside play right there on the power play, and you know, good blocking up front by the offensive line. You know, led there by Pedro Posadas and Robert Torres.
So Garza under center once again. Gonna hand the ball off to Bowen, off to the right side. He cuts it back, spin move into the 5, and that's gonna be another J. Gonzalez Law Firm 1st down. J. Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all. But Bowen, as you mentioned, Coach, he is on a mission tonight.
Just great execution on the belly G play. Just a super job right there. Good kick out block, great down blocks by the play side by Negrete and these guys, and a big hole for Bowen to run through and exploit. Good job right there, great 1st down. Now we're looking at 1st and goal around by the 4-yard line.
So here come your Wildcats answering the call after the Titans take the ball down the field and score. So power eye right. Hands the ball off to Bowen. Bowen off the right side. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Yeah, just straight ahead. Just a great run. Good power run upside right there. You know, the Wildcats had to overcome a lot that was touchdown, Wildcats. East side.
Strong side. So Bowen with a 4-yard TD run. Very hard running there. Very good blocking up front. So the extra point attempt is on, and that's going to send Carlos Rodriguez on to attempt the point after. So here comes the snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So we've got 4:01 left in the 3rd. Your Wildcats up 19-15, and don't forget that your touchdown extra point sponsor is Dr. Sandra Esquivel, our hometown general surgeon, Dr. Esquivel.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
Now, Joey, looks like we got Kiss Cam going throughout the stadium here right now, so they're coming around right there, and, you know, everybody's enjoying a great game right there. You know, good answer by the Wildcats, moving the ball down the field and, you know, picking up the necessary yards, overcoming some penalties and putting it in the end zone. So this game is going back and forth. It's like a big old prize fight tonight, you know, that kind of stuff. They're going to throw a punch, we're going to throw a punch, and, you know, not literally, but wanting there. There's a lot of things going on in this football game. So, the person that makes the least mistakes in this second half probably going to go away the winner of this football game.
And that's what you expect in the playoffs. This is no longer regular season. This is playoff football. So here comes the kickoff. Kickoff is up and away. And it's going to be Brown at about the 13-yard line. Brown looking for some blocking. He's got a few. He's running up the middle, and he's finally hit at the 36-yard line by Sean Martinez.
Yeah, Sean does a good job right there, and the rest of them, Brown kind of pushes the pile forward and picks up a couple more yards right there, but a good return by the Titans.
So the Titans will take over after the Wildcat touchdown at their own 39-yard line. So 1st and 10. Johnson still in at quarterback. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. He's going to hand the ball off to Jimenez, and Velasquez hits him hard at about the 46-yard line. Finally brought down at the 48.
Yeah, good job by Jordan getting on the tackles here, but good hard running by Jimenez. He cut it back and just off the straight zone, and picks up 9 yards almost.
Yeah, Jimenez is a 1,000-yard rusher in a very tough district. Johnson out to the flat to Jimenez. Jimenez trying to make a move over there on Barrera, but he didn't have the ball totally secured, so he finally falls down, but he gets enough for another tight first down.
Yeah, you can see what they want. They're moving Jimenez all over the field, getting him outside, throwing him the ball, letting him run. You hear the now zone read, and Johnson takes off.
Yeah, Johnson inside the 45 to about the 44-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. And they're going to spot it at the 44, so that'll be a 4-yard pickup, bringing down a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, right here is where we really got to settle down, and let's get a big play here and a big stop.
So Johnson, bad snap, but he's able to get it. Now the ball is in the air, looking for Terrell, knocked up in the air. A great job there in the secondary by Adrian Juarez to tip it, and we were looking to hopefully snag that one out of the air, but nonetheless, defensively, great job there by Juarez.
And they're going back to the same pattern, what they've been doing, just running a seed pattern with number 13 right there, and he's open up, but, good job of, getting back there. Adrian Juarez knocking the ball up. I thought, again, we were going to get a pick there, but good job.
Yeah, Sean was looking at that one. Here comes Johnson, this time out to his right flat, and that's going to be out of bounds. I think the receiver was out of bounds on that play.
He was out of bounds right there. So that brings up 4th down right now, and about, 7-8 yards right now. We got to see what Victoria's going to do. It looks like they're keeping their offense on the field, but we're still kind of thinking about it.
So the ball is spotted at the 45-yard line. 4th down for the Titans. 4th and 7. So the Wildcats need a big stop here.
Yes, they do.
There's a little confusion on the side of the Titans.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I was about to say there's too many people in motion, and that's why I mentioned there was some confusion. So that's going to move them back even further.
Yeah, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
That's probably going to change the head coach's decision more than likely, but we'll see what happens.
That penalty, of course, is brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Weslaco Vision Source are our penalty sponsor. Make sure that you visit Weslaco Vision Source for all of your eye care needs. So 4th down and 12, ball at midfield. And they're still changing personnel, Victoria East is, and now they send their punting unit onto the field. We've got Gio Guerra back deep, standing at the Wildcat 13-yard line, and another flag on the play.
Crowded snap, delay of game. Offense, 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Weslaco Vision Source is our penalty sponsor. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Make sure that you visit Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Weslaco Vision Source for all of your eye care needs. And again, just a lot of confusion there on the side of Victoria East there on the last 2 plays. And this is a high punt, but a very short punt. Hits at the 39, takes a Wildcat bounce, finally stopped at about the 42-yard line. That's where the Wildcats will take over. Dr. Canales, our superintendent of Weslaco ISD here at the stadium, Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium, supporting the Wildcats.
Absolutely. You know, right now, and thank you, Dr. Canales, for what you do for us. Hey, wonderful. Right now, Wildcats up in great field position. Real important this series.
Bowen takes the handoff, and he's going to get across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. That's going to be about a 5-yard pickup, so good running by Bowen.
Yeah, good job on the power blast to that side right there. Good hard running by Bowen. This is a big series for the Wildcats. We need to get down and get some points and kind of put a little separation between us and the Titans.
Yeah, you saw Hiram Cantu and Marco Ochoa just push that line back, and there again, they're going behind Cantu and Ochoa, and it's Bowen again. He's picking up a first down across midfield inside Titan territory into the 44-yard line, and that's a Jay Gonzalez Law Firm first down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of picking up some chunk plays right now, so that's really good for the Wildcats. Not only that, controlling the football, controlling the clock. Let's see if we can cash in on some points.
So Wildcats going to hand the ball off to Gio Guerra. Gio's got some blocking, and this is something that we see so very often with your Wildcats, is that they just begin to take a toll on the defensive line of the opponents. They just wear you down.
They really do. You know, this big old offensive line comes off the ball and just puts their bodies on these guys and just keeps moving their feet and stuff. You can see Gio right there get in behind the line, and he's already 6-7 yards up the field before a Titan even touches him.
Yeah, he's running right there behind Posadas. And this time it's on the other side, and that's Bowen. Makes a move, makes someone miss, and he's inside to the 30 to the 24-yard line. And that's another Jay Gonzalez Law Firm first down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
That time Bowen did a good job of concentrating and bouncing the ball outside, because they kind of closed off the C gap right there. So Bowen just bounces it out and just takes it and takes some good hard running and moves his feet and picks up some huge yardage and a huge first down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Garner forced him to come inside, but you know, it just Bowen's just a handful.
He is.
So 1st and 10 for your Wildcats from the 25-yard line. Hand the ball off to Gio Guerra. Gio cuts it upfield inside the 20, takes on a hit, and he moves that pile forward down to the 18-yard line, and your Wildcats have now entered the Payne Auto Group Red Zone. Payne Auto Group, our Red Zone sponsor.
Well, you can start to see that the Wildcats are starting to flex their muscles a little bit, and they're starting to wear down that defensive front right now, and you can see the backs are running a little harder, and some great stuff.
End of the third quarter.
We played 3, and at the end of 3, it's your Wildcats 19, the Titans 15. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action.
Before Clarissa Renteria was a dentist, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a cheerleader, played softball, and started college early through the dual enrollment program. She graduated from UTPA before earning her degree from the University of Texas School of Dentistry in Houston. Now she is Dr. Renteria, creating beautiful smiles at Professional Dental Group. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dr. Clarissa Renteria, WISD was the right choice.
We hope you're enjoying tonight's ball game at Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Remember, the Wildcat season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center. We ask all fans to support our sponsors because they support Weslaco ISD Athletics. Thank you, Texas National Bank and Knapp Medical Center, and of course, all of our sponsors for all of your support. Coach, we are now in the fourth quarter. Wildcats 19, Titans 15. The Wildcats stop the Titans. The Wildcats have the football and are marching down the field.
I'm going to tell you right now, don't blink, because that third quarter was over in wow, it was so quick. All right, and I wouldn't say the fourth quarter would probably be about the same right now. So Wildcats in control of the football, and like you said, they're moving down. They're inside the red zone.
Hands the ball off to Gio. Gio inside the 15 to the 13, and that's going to be another Jay Gonzalez Law Firm first down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
You know it's you got to be real patient offensively and stuff. And what I love to see what's happening right there, they're finding something that they like and they are sticking to it because they keep running the same thing one way back the other and that kind of thing. So a lot of people say, well, it's effective and it's good football.
Yeah, when you're running behind Torres and Posadas, you're doing something right. So here we go, hand off to Bowen, this time off to the right side. And Bowen is met at the line of scrimmage by Hunter Crump, and he's brought down for after a 1 yard gain.
Yeah, real good job right there by Crump on the tackle. Not much going there, about a yard, maybe a half yard on that football play. Brings up second and about 9.
Okay. Want to welcome everybody that is watching on our streaming platforms, Facebook and YouTube. I am Joe Aguilar, joined by Coach Rock, and it is a pleasure to be with you year in, year out, bringing you Wildcat football. 2nd down and 9 for your Wildcats. They're moving on the line, and I think that's going to be on the men in white.
That's a free 5 yards right there. So that's, instead of making 1 yard on first down, now we're going to make 6 yards on first down, which is a good thing if that's what the call is.
Offside with contact, defense number 64. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So you're right, Coach. It's going to be a offsides against the guys in the white jerseys. So that'll move the ball down the field to the 7-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and about 4 for your Wildcat. So this would be huge if the Wildcats can get the ball into the end zone, because it would make it a 2-possession game. Gio Guerra off the right side, trips over his own man, and he's going to get to about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, he picks up about 1 yard right there. Again, this time you can see that your Titans defense is really kind of submarine right there and trying to get to Gio's feet as quick as they can to try to make him trip him up, which is what they were, and it was effective that time.
Yeah, so that'll bring up a 3rd down. They're going to say no gain on the play, so it'll remain 3rd down and 4. We are in the 4th quarter. 10 minutes now, officially under 10 minutes to go. Wildcats up 19-15. A touchdown would make it a 2-possession game.
Sure would. And like I said, talk about that, getting that little bit of separation between these guys.
Here come the Wildcats, but we've got a whistle.
Timeout. Weslaco East.
Okay, so right before the snap, there was a timeout called. So if you are looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, make sure that you stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound system, car alarms, and LED light bars are all available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor.
First team All-District. She plans to attend Michigan State University and major in criminal justice. Thank you to Trigen Construction for sponsoring our cheerleaders.
Well, Coach Brigette calls a timeout, 3rd down and 4, and definitely we are in 4th down territory. And in reality, they don't even get to get the ball into the end zone, because they can pick up a 1st down before getting the ball into the end zone.
Yeah, they get to about the 3-yard line, maybe 3.5, they'll get a 1st down.
So here we go after the timeout. Power I formation, got us under center. Toss to Bowen. Bowen out to his right side. He's inside the 5. He's going to be brought down very close to a 1st down.
It's going to be just a little bit short what it looks by the mark right now, but it's going to bring up 4th and about less than a yard. So, good hard run by Bowen. We got an injury timeout.
Yeah, we got a timeout on the field, official timeout on the field. Well, Coach, just a little bit short of the 1st down. So the Wildcats obviously not gonna have to, but just in knowing what we know about the Wildcats, they're gonna go for that.
That sure looks like it, but if you kick the field goal and that's not always, you know how kicks go. You got to get a snap, you got to get it down, you got to kick it. You know, they understand it happens, but sometimes it doesn't. So, I pretty much like to run around that big offensive line and hope we can get about a foot or 2 foot that we need here to get a first down.
Well, they're going to send in Vargas. They're going to send in Valadez. And they got Bowen in at the tailback. You got Garza under center. And you got a lot of beats on the front line. So if I had to call it,
they're coming out.
My hat favors the guys in black. So here we go. Garza.
They're coming
Gonna hand it off to Bowen. Bowen breaks a tackle. Bowen is getting very close to the end zone, and he's in the end zone for a Wildcat touchdown.
Yeah, right there. Again, like you said, they put a lot of humanity, a lot of kids at that side. You can see it coming. Just a lot of power play. Offside. Bowen bounces out. Touchdown. Wildcat. East side.
Strong side. So Bowen really, again, as you've mentioned so many times tonight, on a mission. He is not going to be denied. And so on for the extra point is Carlos Rodriguez. On the hold, of course, is Sergio Martinez. So here's a snap, good hold. Kick is up, plenty of leg, and the kick is good. So we've got 9:25 to go here in the ball game, and it is now your Wildcats 26, the Titans 15. And we got to remind you that our touchdown extra point sponsor is Dr. Sandra Esquivel, your hometown general surgeon, Dr. Esquivel. Coach, what a great drive by the Wildcats. Right before, in the first half, they had that fumble recovery. Then they drove the ball down the field, didn't convert the points off the field goal. They missed right before the halftime. But this time they stopped the Titans, and then they drove down the field and put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, that was Wildcat football, both sides of football. Defense making a big stop, which they needed, and did a great job doing it. And then the offense just marching down the field and putting it in the end zone. Now we got an 11-point spread right here, which is a little bit more breathing room with 9 minutes to go than when it was real close. Not that it's nowhere near over in this football game right now, but, it does give you a little bit more breathing room. And we come out and make one more stop and then control the football and try to put this thing away right now. But again, don't sleep on these Victoria East Titans. They're a good football team.
Yeah, they are. And so here we go. Rodriguez on the kick, and the kick is going to be a short one and a fair catch signal at the 31-yard line by Thomas Vargas. And they're going to spot it at the 30-yard line. So with 9:25 to go in this contest, it is your Wildcats 26, the Titans 15. So, Coach, we've seen the Titans in a hurry-up offense all night long. Or, we don't want to call it hurry-up. Let's just call it no huddle.
Yeah, they're in a no huddle. They're signaling it from the sidelines, that kind of stuff. And the thing about it, that ups the tempo and that kind of stuff. You're trying to get more offensive plays by doing this. And the more offensive plays you get to run, obviously, they think it's to their advantage.
3 receivers to the top of your screen. Johnson, a little flare pass out to Jimenez, and that one is incomplete. Threw it a little too forward, a little too far in front of him.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Jordan Velasquez. I think this time if they would have caught it, he was right there. They're starting to see it. And they've been coming to that little flare out there to Jimenez a lot today, and they've been real successful with it. So that's a good job of getting that stop.
So 2nd and 10, clock stops with 9:21 to go in this contest. Fakes a handoff to Jimenez, and now Johnson with the ball. Has a blocker in front of him and a lot of room, and he is off to the races. Johnson is finally brought down at the 20-yard line by Barrera and Lugo.
Yeah, just a little, like I said, zone read right there. And Johnson takes it outside and picks up huge yardage for the Titans. It's like I said, you got to be ready. They're already lined up, ready to go. We got to get out there on this receiver. Again, handoff out here to Jimenez. He gets to the outside, and he's running.
And he's finally knocked out of bounds by Barrera at about the 7 or 8 yard line.
see, it's all tempo and up tempo with the Titans and everything. They're all set up, and we're trying to get set up, get guys in and off the field. And they're running a little counter play again right here to Jimenez, but a little bit better job of getting it stopped right there.
Yeah, same exact play. They just gave it to Jimenez. Jimenez trying to bounce it out. This time, as you mentioned, Coach, the Wildcats ready for that. They had Lugo out there along with Leo Guerra. So here we go, formation. This time, Johnson's going to keep it, and we've got some whistles, and I don't see any laundry on the field.
Started snap. False start.
Okay.
Offense number 21. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And that's one of the issues whenever you have that hurry up, no huddle, not everybody gets set. You run into those false start situations.
Right here, it'd be big for the Wildcats if they can slow it down a little bit and then make a couple of stops right here and force them to have to kick a field goal at this area, or to get a big stop on 4 downs would be huge for our Wildcats.
I don't see them trying to kick a field goal because a field goal and a touchdown won't do it. They need 2 touchdowns. It's an 11-point game. Well, they got a 2-point conversion. So here comes Johnson rolling out to his left. Passes in the air, and they're trying to go to Terrell again, but this time a great job there defensively by Josiah Chavarin.
Yeah, great job by Josiah right there of deflecting the ball. Even you can see the referee, it's deflected, that kind of stuff. They were I think they were begging for a flag right there, but it didn't happen because, again, Josiah got his hand on the ball, deflected the ball up there, so there was no pass interference on that play.
Right. Giovanni Barrera was out there as well. He got his hands out there also. So 3rd down for the Titans. Snap. Johnson hands the ball off to Jimenez. Jimenez bouncing it out to his right, breaks a few tackles, and he's in the end zone for an 8-yard TD run.
Yeah, again, they ran the counter back that side, the counter sweep that side. And what they're doing with the counter sweep, they're pulling the backside guard and tackle. They're logging the edge, and then the back's bouncing it outside. When you go counter inside, you kick out. But when you run that counter sweep, you log that in, and boom, he's outside. And they do it perfectly and for a touchdown with Jimenez. And the Titans just put some more points on the board, and now it's a little bit closer. So now we're going to have to get the football back and get a big drive here and get some more points.
2-point conversion attempt for the Titans. 2 receivers to each side. They're going to send Williams in motion down to the bottom of your screen. Johnson rolls out to the left, going to the end of the end zone, but we're going to have an interference call.
I don't know if that ball was catchable, but I guess he hit him.
Well, incidental contact.
Pass interference. Defense number 18. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat the try.
Well, incidental contact was what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Because it looked like they just got their legs locked up. So here goes the replay. Let's see if we see anything. Can't really see anything. We see the tail end of that. But nonetheless, half the distance to the goal, and we know that they're going to go for 2 again. This time under center, power I. They're going to hand the ball off to Jimenez. And Jimenez is trying to get into the end zone, and they're going to say he did.
Yeah,
so 2-point conversion.
He did a good job of moving his feet. It looked like he turned his back and just kind of pumped hard and got across. And just a hard running by Jimenez and for the 2-point try. Now it's 26-23. We're up by 3 points. So it's going to be a big offensive series right now here for the Wildcats.
So with 7:56 to go in the ball game, it's your Wildcats 26, the Titans 23, and the Titans will kick the ball off back to the Wildcats. So we're going to want to see on this next offensive series what we like to see out of our Wildcats, and that is just one of those clock churning, clock eating Wildcat first down after first down after first down.
Yeah, move the chains, cha-ching, 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 absolutely. But also I'm surprised. I want to see what they're going to do with this kickoff. Are they going to keep it with the same philosophy they're doing all night, trying a little pooch kick? You over here to number 4. I don't think I'd do that again, but I think if they do it over here and to any one of these up backs, we can make them pay for that. So we'll see what they're going to do here.
Yeah, we got a lot of people that can run with that football. On that second tier, you've got Garza, Villalobos, and Vasquez.
Yep.
You know, and of course, back deep, you got Bowen and Guerra. And that's the whole thing they're trying to do is not get it to Guerra or Bowen. So Marcus Garza on to kick off to the Wildcats. So we'll see what he does here.
Be setting up for like an onside
that's
or
what I'm about
something.
to say. They're setting up for an onside kick. And it is an onside kick attempt. And Javi Garza grabs it and just falls down on the football. A very smart play by a very smart football player.
Absolutely. Good job by Javi Garza of getting it. Good job by the kicker. They got the bounces that they want out of the ball. See, here they get that high bounce, but Javi comes up high and actually first, who was touched by one of the Wildcats,
Jonathan Valadez,
and then it fell right into Javi's arm, so thank God it did.
So, yeah, that was almost a picture-perfect onside kick by the kicker. So, nonetheless, it is Wildcat football. 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. 7:56 left in the ball game. Garza under center. Hands the ball off to Bowen, but we've got a flag.
Another flag here.
False start. Offense number 62. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
So that one is against your Wildcats. He's going to go move the ball back to the 38-yard line. So we'll repeat 1st down. So it's 1st and 15 for your Wildcats. Same formation. Garza under center. Bowen and Guerra in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Bowen. Bowen off the right side. Bounces it outside. Cuts it up inside the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, he was one tackle away of making that a huge football play. He does pick up the penalty yardage plus about 3 more, so that picks up about 6-7 yards right there. So now it's 2nd and about 7.
Yeah, good tough running by Bowen. And of course that front 5 of the Wildcats continues to punish the Titans. He was running behind Cantu and Ochoa that time. Got Julian Gonzalez down there as well. So here we go. This time handoff to Guerra. Guerra looking for some room. He does behind that big line inside Titan territory to about the 48. We'll see where they spot it. It may be about a yard shy of the 1st down.
The yards are a little bit less than yard, but yeah, you're absolutely right. So brings up 3rd and about a yard. Good hard running by Giovanni. And great blocking up front by the left side.
So the Wildcats continuing to move the football. 6:40 to go in the ball game. They lead 26-23.
Just real big right now. Protect the football. Protect the ball. Get 1st downs.
Garza keeps it, and he's going to get inside the 46-yard line. And where the line judge is, it looks like it's going to be a 1st down, but we do have Laundry on the field, so we'll wait for the official call before we make any announcement here.
Yeah, we got a personal foul or something going on here when you see something like that, and they were grabbing one of the Titan players, so, you know, and Forrest trying to, you know, plead his case here, but I'm not sure if he's going to win it. Looks like we may have a personal foul against the Titans.
The result of the play is a 1st down. After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 4 of the defense. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. 1st down.
Well, that's going to be a Jay Gonzalez Law Firm 1st down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all. And on the penalty, it's a Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez, make sure you go and visit him at Weslaco Vision Source for all of your eye care needs. So that's going to move the ball all the way down to the 31-yard line with 6:26 to go in the ball game. So the Wildcats continue to move the chains and continue to eat up the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's a big play right there. You know, to get the 1st down and get a personal foul and get 15 extra yards right there. That's just bonus on top.
So here we go in the backfield. You have Valadez and Bowen. Garza, the quarterback, under center. Hand off to Bowen, off the right side, breaks the tackle. He's in the 2nd tier down to the 25-yard line. big 6-yard run by Bowen.
Yeah, big hard run there by Bowen. You know, I'm telling you, he was so close to breaking it there. But a good job there by number 44, Xavier Jones, the defensive lineman right there, coming back and making the tackle.
Yeah, he came from the backside, as you mentioned. If he doesn't make that tackle, Bowen is still running.
I believe so.
So they spot the ball at 25-yard line, 2nd down and 4. 5:35 left in this one. Garza under center. Bowen takes the handoff, same play. He's moving his legs inside the 25 to the 24. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, 3rd and 3 right there. They ran the G play right there, but you know, good job there by the defensive tackle of getting to the feet of Bowen and getting him stopped. So we got 2 downs here to pick up about 3 yards, Joey. So
yeah, and we are right at 5 minutes, and now officially under 5 minutes left in this one. Wildcats 26, Titans 23. This is the bi-district round of the state high school football playoffs.
Up to this point, we're getting what we want out of this drive. We're taking some time off the clock, and we're moving the football.
Toss to Bowen off to the right, breaks it inside the 20, and that's going to move the change for your Wildcats. That's a Jay Gonzalez Law Firm 1st down, and Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all. And now your Wildcats have officially entered the Payne Auto Group Red Zone. Payne Auto Group, our Red Zone sponsor.
Yeah, good play right there on the downhill toss right there. Bowen cuts it and picks up the necessary yards for the 1st down. Super job led up front there by David Trevino on a reach block right there, and the rest of the offensive line doing a good job of getting the hole for Bowen.
So Garza under center, Guerra in the backfield with Valadez. And we've got some flags, and that's going to be on your Wildcats.
Ball start. Offense number 3. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
So that'll move them back. So just as we saw a couple of minutes ago, the Wildcats, instead of 1st and 10, will have 1st and 15. This time it's going to be from the 24-yard line.
Yeah, we really need to cash in right here because, you know, time's going off the clock really rapidly, but we need to cash it in here for a score.
So Garza under center. Guerra bouncing it out to his left. Cuts it upfield inside to the 19. So he picks up the 5-yard penalty yards that they just had tacked on against them.
Again, so now he brings up 2nd down and 10. So good job right there. Hard running by Giovanni.
So they're going to spot it at the 20. So he picked up officially 4. That'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 3:23 left to go in this contest. Victoria has all 3 timeouts. The Wildcats have 2 remaining. So Garza under center. Gonna hand the ball off to Bowen. Bowen's still moving. He's still on his feet inside to about the 17-yard line, and that's gonna bring up a big 3rd down.
Yep.
And Victoria East calls a timeout. So if you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, make sure that you stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound systems, car alarms, and LED light bars are all available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor.
Yeah, this is a big series right here for the Wildcats. Yeah, as you notice that the RP on all the Wildcat sticker, you know, Rob Peterson in his honor and stuff, what a great man. And, you know, our hearts out to him. And, you know, he passed from this world, but I guarantee you our thoughts and our prayers and everything are with Miss Peterson. And we thank the Wildcats for honoring him, and because he was such a big Wildcat fan.
Yeah, Mrs. Peterson, of course, the very first Weslaco East High School
3 minutes and
principal.
5 seconds.
And
5 seconds.
It's a rare that you don't see the Petersons at a Weslaco East event.
No, not at all. Miss Peterson was a huge fan and always
still
has
is.
been and still is.
I wouldn't doubt she's watching from wherever she's at right now.
I'm sure, and wherever you are, our hearts and our love is with you, Miss Peterson.
Absolutely. So after the timeout, the Wildcats come back onto the field. 3rd down and 9 from the 18-yard line. 3:05 left in the game. Bowen is in at quarterback. And now we've got whistles. There's flags on the field, so we'll see what was
Ball
called.
start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So on this possession, we've had 2 false starts.
Yeah,
so that's not very good.
No, it's not. You want to go forward. You don't want to go backwards, obviously. But that's all right. I mean, and that's high school football. Yeah, you know, these mistakes happen. But, you know, you just got to buckle down here, get a good play here, and get a first down, and keep the chains moving, and take some more time off this clock. So, and you notice it doesn't take Victoria East a lot long to score. So they got a good football team, and then we got movement.
Ball start. Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
3 false starts on this possession.
Yeah, that's tough. But we look, I had motion right there, and I don't know if it's, you know, I don't know, who knows what it is. You know, I've been an offensive line coach for many, many years, and I try to figure that out. I wish if I ever could, you know, but sometimes kids
Please
hear
reset the game clock to 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
So as you just heard from the referee, we've got 3:05 left to go in this one. And now your Wildcats are looking at a 3rd and 19. And the ball is resting at the 27-yard line. Victoria East, the scoreboard shows them to have 3 timeouts. They just took one.
Yeah, they took one. They got 2. Oh, my gosh.
So there goes another penalty flag.
Ball start. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So there's another false start. So the ball is moved back all the way to the 33-yard line. 3:05 left to go.
I know what I'm saying as an offensive line coach right now. I mean, am I hearing something, or is there some type of cadence coming across from the other side or something that's causing all this to happen? Because that hasn't happened the whole game, but here we go, you know.
Guerra to the left, has some running room, breaks some tackles, finally brought down at the 25-yard line, where that'll bring up a 4th down and maybe 16, depending on where they spot it. And Victoria East just calls another timeout.
Final timeout of the half.
Okay, so the scoreboard is incorrect. My notes, I have them having taken 2 timeouts, but the referee just mentioned that was their 3rd and final timeout.
Yeah, that's their 3rd and final timeout. It'd be real nice if we can pick up. I don't know what we're going to do here. We're going to kick the football and not try to get 3 more points added on the field. But, you know, a first down would be big for the Wildcats.
Yeah, a first down would basically really just put the nail in the coffin.
It definitely would. So we got to come up with something right here that get us the 16 yards that we need. So
3 minutes exactly are on the clock. Wildcats 26, Titans 23. This one has been nothing short of spectacular. This has been a great game tonight.
2 really good football teams getting after each other. It really has been. You know, I've been impressed by both sides. You know, Wildcats have played a great game, and so has the Victoria Titans. You know, Victoria East Titans have played a really good football game too tonight. So if you come out to watch a great football game, that's what you've gotten. You know, great. You know, my hat's off to both these football teams, all these young men for doing a great job.
So here we go. Wildcats back on the field. 4th down, 16 yards to gain. Garza under center. The only back in the backfield is Bowen. They're going to send Villalobos in motion. Toss to Bowen. Bowen cuts up the field, 20, 15. He's going to dive forward, get to about the 13, but that's going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down.
Good hard running right there. You know, that's an excellent selection to get it in the hands of Bowen. He's running so hard tonight. You know, he just comes up a little bit short right there. So now, I mean, we've had to rely on, you know, our defense has come out and they're going to play. And, you know, they have to come up with some big stop right now. And here it is. It's on the line. It's up to them. And I know those kids are ready to play. They'll be up for the challenge right now. And we need to get a big stop here.
Well, here is the Titans on offense. With 2:54 to go, they are at the 12-yard line. Weslaco East defense needs to come up big here. They've come up big tonight. Johnson, quarterback drop, and he is hit in the backfield immediately by Jonathan Granados.
Yeah, great job by Jonathan Granado getting up the field and making a huge stop. That's a great way to start this series.
Here's a replay. Jonathan Granados knew what was coming, and he got in there quickly, and in there to assist was Silver Ranquel.
Yeah, good job, both by the outside linebackers.
This time, Johnson rolls out to his right, gets rid of the football. It is caught, and it is going to be brought down at the 26-yard line. A big catch by the senior Evan Brown. Clock stops momentarily just to move the chains. 2:23, and the clock will start as soon as they get the ball set. So it's moving now. Trips to the left. Johnson moves to his right, and this time an out pattern to Brown, and he's going to pick up 11 yards and steps out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, they're just gonna, take it to the sidelines. They're gonna try to get in as much out pattern as they can just to stop the clock each time. They threw it over the middle just a second ago, but then right back here to a deep comeback route on the outside, and perfect match, good throw right there by Johnson to Brown.
They're gonna send 3 receivers this time to the other side of the screen. Down to the bottom, you've got Terrell. That's gonna be against them.
Yeah, that's motion again right there. We've been seeing a lot of that. False start.
Offense number 78.
And that's a
5-yard
Weslaco
penalty.
Vision Source
First
penalty.
down.
That penalty is brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez, Weslaco Vision Source for all of your eye care needs.
Yeah, I'd like to see that happen about 4 times on them right now. That'd be nice.
So 1st and 15 for the Titans. Ball is going to be resting at their own 32-yard line with 2:15 to go in the ball game.
This is what high school football is about. This is an exciting time right now. They run a little draw right here, but he's not fake. Good job right there by your Wildcat defense. Awesome.
Again, Granados coming in there and not being fooled at all. Just a little counter play, and here comes Granados along with Silver Ranquel. Again, both coming off the ends and making great stops. And again, they cannot stop the clock. 154, 152, and counting. 2nd down and 15 for the Titans. 2 receivers to both sides of the field. Williams comes in motion. Now Johnson rolls out to his right. Brown, little stop and go, and a sack by Granados. That play took too long to develop. Brown was running a stop and go, but Sean Martinez did not bite on that play. So you've got to credit the secondary for that sack.
Big coverage sack. Big coverage sack. Good job by Sean Martinez, but a great sack just come at the great time. So now it's 3rd down, and the clock is still running. You've got almost about a minute and 13 seconds. It's just ticking down. So now it's 3rd and very long.
Granados has come up big 3 times. Here comes Barrera on the blitz. This time in the middle to Williams. He catches it in the middle field, and he's going to be brought down at about the 42-yard line. A big play from Johnson to Williams. Clock is under a minute. We got 55 ticks on the clock. It's going to stop momentarily just for the chains to move. So here we go.
Yeah, they got movement again.
No one ever got set.
No, they didn't get set, so it's going to be against the Titans, and they're going to go back again. And once the clock stops or gets set again, the clock should start rolling here.
I think the referee just wants to make sure that the ball was down.
Ball start.
Yeah.
Offense number 78. That's a 10-yard penalty and will be 1st down. There is also by rule a 10-second runoff. Please reset the game clock to 36 seconds.
Yep.
So they're going to knock 10 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, that helps.
I thought they were going to try to spike the ball. They just never got set. Here comes Johnson. Johnson looking to his left for Williams. And that one is almost picked off by Jesse James.
He was right there.
Jesse James got to see and knew exactly what play was being run.
He sure did. Again, a deep seam pattern. That's what they've been like to go to and trying to get it into this guy's hands. But good job there by Jesse James. He was just right off his fingernail tips right there. But good pressure right there in the quarterback, but it was close.
So 2nd down, clock stopped with the incomplete pass in 32 seconds. Johnson looking out to his right, and Barrera on a blitz comes in and just disrupts that play.
He sure does. He did big hit by Barrera on the quarterback, and the ball just floats up in the air. I was hoping to stay up in the air, and one of our guys on the outside could pick it off right here. But
There was
good
a receiver
job.
in the area. The ruling on the field is incomplete pass.
Yeah, de Barrera, there was a blocker trying to get to him, but Barrera just got out of his way. Here comes Williams with a pass, and this one is just incomplete. That's the play I've been waiting for because Williams is their backup quarterback.
Exactly. Now it's 4th down right here. And this is the ball game right here, Joey. It's 4th down, and they need about 15, 16 yards right here. So if we can make the stop right here, the game is over.
Yeah, lateral pass to Williams, and they were trying to go back across the field to Jimenez. Now, if that pass been on the money, that would have been dangerous. But anyways, incomplete pass nonetheless, 4th down. And here's the ball game with 20 seconds on the clock. Prevent defense by your Wildcats. And the Wildcats call a timeout. And if you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, make sure that you stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound system, car alarms, and LED light bars are all available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor. Coach, 20 seconds on the clock, 4th down and 15. They've got to get a 1st down and somehow stop the clock.
Yeah, you know, what's been going on in this series that, you know, it hasn't gone through at the game is that we're putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback right now, and they have to throw the football. Obviously, they did try to run a sprint draw a while ago, but we did a good job of stopping that. So you got to shore up that with our linebackers and make sure that doesn't happen. But we're getting some pressure from the outside, and Granados and these guys are getting to the quarterback. And if we can put some pressure on him, you know, this should be really good for the Wildcats. But this is a big play. This is the series right here, and this is the season.
Yeah, Granados, Rangel, Barrera have all harassed Johnson on this last series. So here we go. Johnson rolling out to his right. We've got a flag. There's got to be someone that wasn't lined up correctly.
Offense number 21. 5-yard penalty.
He was off the field.
Remains 4th down.
He covered up, and he should have been up on the line of scrimmage. They didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage, so, and you can see the referee going, he should have been up, so they threw the flag. This crew's done a really good job of calling this football game.
Yeah, because no one moved, but when I looked down at the bottom of the field, 21 wasn't lined up properly, and that's why I said he was lined up incorrectly. So we go 4th down. Again, Johnson rolling out to his right, looking for a receiver. He's going to get rid of the ball. He's going deep for Brown, and that's way over his head. Incomplete, and the ball is going to go over on downs to your Wildcats with 11 seconds on the clock, and your Wildcats up 26-23, and all they got to do is kneel the ball.
And that's it. They're bi-district champions, Joey. That's it. And this has been a heck of a football game, but the defense came up big. East side strong side. Way to go, Wildcat defense!
When the defense needed to come up big, they have. They had a turnover in the 1st half. They had a stop earlier, and they had a stop here at the end of the game to secure the victory.
Absolutely. We just right now be wise, get the snap, put the nail on the ground, and put the nail in the coffin. Here we go, baby. Here we go.
So Gio Guerra's making sure they got 11 people on the field.
Yeah.
So here we go. Quarterback got under center, takes a snap, kneels, picks up his arms because your Weslaco East Wildcats are bi-district champions. The game is officially over. And the final score of tonight's ballgame is your Weslaco East Wildcats 26, the Victoria East Titans 23. We want to thank all of the K-West crew for doing such a great job out here tonight. And we want to thank, of course, the Weslaco East Wildcats for playing such a great game.
Yeah, it really was.
Coach Burgett did such a great job
Super
tonight.
job by the Wildcats. Both teams, you know, played their hearts out, and give all the credit in the world, obviously, to the Wildcats and to the Titans for showing us two really good football teams. A great sportsmanship throughout the game, just a really good game.
Well, your Wildcats advance. They will play next week against San Antonio Southwest. All the location and time and date will be determined by a flip tomorrow, more than likely, or if not, later tonight. And if it is, Carlos and Mike will have that information for you on our post-game show. So for K-West and everyone that participated tonight. We want to thank you for all your great work. Coach Rock, great job as always tonight. For K-West, I am Joe Aguilar. We're once again the final, your Weslaco East by-district champions, 26, the Victoria East Titans, 23. We'll see you next week as your Wildcats take on the Dragons. Good night.
Good night.
Welcome to Bobby Lackey Stadium. Carlos Roberto along with Mike Gonzalez. And we're here for the Nat Medical Center post-game show where it is a victory for your Weslaco East Wildcats, winning by a final score. Oh, and it was a good game, 26-23, as your Weslaco East Wildcats are by-district champions here. And they're moving on to the area round of the playoffs. Let's get to the highlights in this game, and it started off with the Wildcats, and they were scoring first. Avery Bowen would get the football right here first, scoring and putting the Wildcats on the board 6-0 with the early lead there. And this was a long drive for them, but then the Titans come right back. Alan Jimenez, he scores there. Victoria East takes the early lead 7-6. East right back. Gio Guerra scores 12-7 now. Weslaco with the lead. Victoria East moving the ball, and a fumble of the ball inside the 20-yard line, picked up by the Wildcats. It was at the 10-yard line with Weslaco East leading 12-7. Then it would be East, the other guys, opening drive of the second half. Titans score right there. Then how about a nice return here? After the Titans score, they were up 12-15 Titans as they take the lead. But then it is Weslaco East now here on the return. Jay Vasquez takes this one nicely into Titan territory. And that would lead to up the middle. Behind that offensive line, Avery Bowen scores 19-15. Weslaco East with a lead with a 4:01 in the third quarter. And we go on fourth down here. Bowen scores 26-15, 9:25 though left in the game. Still plenty of football to be played. Alan Jimenez scores 26-23. It was Victoria with the lead. It was Weslaco East leading 26-23. It was 26-15 at that point. But the Wildcats play great defense. How about Jonathan Granados, Mike Gonzalez, with a couple of big tackles and a big sack there towards the end of the game. And the Wildcats, they do win it by a final score of 26-23. With us now, we have Coach Burgett. We also have a couple of other members of the Weslaco East Wildcats. How about we bring up Jordan Velasquez? Jordan, step up to the microphone and say a couple of words here to the fans that are here and people that are listening at home. Once again, victory for the Wildcats. Jordan.
What's up?
Tell me a little bit about this game. How was this game? I know this was a formidable opponent for the Wildcats. Probably your toughest opponent that y'all had today.
Man, I don't know if my heart hurt because I've been running so much or because it was at the last. Oh, I got screwed up? Can y'all hear me? Do I look good? Yes, sir. I'm just glad we came out with the win, man. It's just on to the next is all I can say. We just got to keep going from here, man.
Take us that last drive that Victoria had. What was it like for the unit? And you guys had to come up with some big plays. It just you guys had to maintain your concentration, focus, and you guys pulled it off. It came down to defense, and you guys came up with the big plays. So just what was the mindset of the unit?
I mean, honestly, we just had that chemistry over the years, and we just had to come through. And I know I was talking to all my guys in there, and I was like, we just got to make a play, just one play at a time. And we'll get through this, and we just keep getting play after play, and I just kept smiling, man. And I'm just proud of my defense, man. I'm proud of my offense, too, but, man, I'm proud of my defense, bro.
What was the preparation like this week? There's some history between Weslaco East and Victoria East. It was a long time ago. It was a real long time ago. I think you were elementary school at the time.
Yep.
But you knew that they were going to come in with some talent, and that's why it was such a close game. But what was the preparation like this week?
I mean, honestly, we knew that we had to come through because they were going to be a faster team than we had faced for.
Yeah.
But honestly, we just had to keep our head on straight, and we knew that if we just played these football and come out and not hit them and just do our best, we'll come out with the dub.
You guys knew that they were going to be a formidable offense. I mean, they have a lot of speed out there, so I'm sure you guys thought in your minds, we got to get some turnovers, and you guys came with a big-time turnover in the first half, and then you guys made some big plays in the second half. Was that part of the game plan?
That was part of the game plan. Honestly, we praise getting turnovers. We at least try to get 3 a game. And how many did we get this game? About 1, 2? And I know we could have had about 5, but, somebody can't get interceptions. But we ain't going to say names out here. But we praise turnovers over here. We praise great tackling and all that, and we just do that, and that's how our defense runs, man.
All right, well, thank you very much, Jordan Velasquez. Congratulations, the Weslaco East Wildcats. Also plays a little bit of receiver or tight end. He goes out there as well. Pedro Posadas, one of the offensive linemen for the Weslaco East Wildcats. And Pedro, we've been trying to get an interview with you. Since your sophomore year, we've been trying to get to talk to you. Tell us a little bit about this game and what it was like to pick up a victory here tonight.
It was a great victory, but it was a lot of mixed emotions. We had a chance to seal the game out right now at the end, but we felt kind of short. But defense staff, the coaches, got to praise them. Defense, they always do a good job day in and day out, and they came out here and they out-hit them and they sealed the deal for us.
Coming into this game, Pedro, I felt that Victoria East offensive line and defensive line were really big, but I felt like you guys were just as big but quicker, a little bit faster. Did you guys feel the same way? And just, what was it like going up against them?
We tried to turn it up so much compared to the district that we played in. We knew it was going to be a way tougher opponents, and we just came in with an attitude to just dominate all game, and we came up, dominated except for that last drive, like I said, and it is what it is. We got the dub.
I've seen you out there a little bit more as a team leader. You've been, of course, an incredible player since your sophomore year. Junior year, very good as well. But are you a little bit more vocal this year? Do you feel like now that you're a senior, a little bit more vocal on this team?
Oh, yes, sir, 100%. I try to be more vocal. I try to be a leader on this team. Me, Jordan, Gio, Robert, and Zeke. There's 3 captains in our locker room, and they're all offensive linemen. And we try to take a big role in taking, being leaders and just, yeah.
I'm just curious, Pedro. I mean, Weslaco East for 14 years now have made the playoffs, and it all starts with the men up front, the offensive line. Do you guys maybe call some of the old veterans that came through Weslaco East and just kind of pick their brain a little bit and just maybe like a Carlos Quay out? Just some of these guys that have come through the program and just kind of pick their brain and see what it's like, maybe give you some pointers, and what are the conversations like if you do?
Yes, sir, all the time. We always look back at the previous, we always had a lot of successful linemen here at East, because that's what it runs, the run game, and we depend a lot on the O-line, and we look back at them, and we couldn't be here right now without them. 14 years straight, you couldn't go 14 straight without the first one, so we praise them a lot, and we always try to play like them. We look up to them a lot too.
All right, well, thank you very much, Pedro Posadas, for being on this post-game show. Congratulations. He's gone to the playoffs every year that he's been here, and they'll be going to the second round of the playoffs, where they'll be taking on San Antonio Southwest. That is who they'll be playing next. In the next round of the playoffs, Coach Burgett, and he might have some details of that game as he steps up to the podium. Coach Burgett, congratulations.
I feel like you're talking to my belly button.
Congratulations, Coach.
My bad.
How does it feel? I know that it's a short season. Y'all only had, 4 games to prepare for these guys, and these guys came in here, and they were pretty talented, pretty big boys, but y'all took care of them.
They played 9 games, and my hat's off to them. They had a great season, God, we knew coming in that they wasn't the 4th place team coming out of that district. That district, I think, besides us, swept us. I haven't seen the McCallum Memorial Final. It's a great district. I'm going to mention this because I'm hoping that our zone in Brownsville's listening to it. I've been doing this for 30 years. And when a kid comes along that's an MVP, I got to tell everyone about it. And I know we're outvoted 4-1 to Brownsville, but he scored 3 touchdowns today. He threw for almost 300 yards, rushed for 500, led our district in touchdowns. He had a great season. I'm talking about Bowen. He came over and he fit real good in with the kids. His ego, he has none. He plays with heart, and I hope our district wakes up and finds out that he is the best player that was in our district this year through the district.
Hey, Coach, I'm sure you had a chance to see our pregame, and we went back to the 2011 season, and we were talking about the offensive line, that special group that you guys had. And, if you can compare that line to this year's line, do you see any similarities? And, talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, you don't want to stand in front of them, I know that. I hate comparing kids. I just know the offensive line we got right now are special. They come to work every day. They call themselves the Hogs. That's not because how they eat, it's how they play. They're a great group of kids. They move people off the ball. They play as one, except for that last drive. They had a few brain farts there on moving early. But I'm going to tell you, that offensive line opened up holes, and I'm very proud of them. They worked hard. And when we was off for 5 months, those kids were at home doing push-ups, trying to stay in the best shape they can, and I thought they did a great job. I think the coaches did a great job of getting them online, keeping them in shape. I want you parents to know that we have tested 11 times at Wesco East. It's the most in the Valley. Our kids mean a lot to us. We have about 100% test every week. We know this is crazy times. We really appreciate you letting us coach your kids. It means a lot to us. We've had some of them 4, 3, 2 years, and we've had some freshmen suiting up. They mean a lot to us, and their safety and your safety means a lot to my coaching staff.
Coach, when they got the ball back with about 2:54 left in the game, what was going through your mind?
I prayed a lot and asked for a lot of favors. I think I'm out of favors now.
Did you think Jonathan Granados would come up with those plays?
I've seen it all year. I've seen 28, I've seen 5, I've seen Leo. I've seen this young secondary. I've seen 21 out there. He does amazing things. We got a couple, I think we got three sophomores starting on the defense. So our defense looked pretty good. It's going to look pretty good next year too. But, you know, Coach Guzman, I said it for years now. He's like another head coach on our team. He's assistant head coach. I don't mess with the defense. He knows what to do, and he did a great job of pulling out the big win, stopping them tonight.
You know, Coach, we live in a different time right now where the way teams play football at every level, high school, college, or even NFL, I mean, teams just go for it on 4th down no matter what. I mean, I notice you do not hesitate, Coach, even if it's in your own territory, man. 4th and 3, 4th and 2, 4th and 1, you're going to go, man. No hesitation. You know what? You guys were something like 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 tonight, man. So just talk about that and how much confidence you have in your guys.
I think everybody that met me in my life thinks I'm a little crazy. So, I mean, you know, I don't want to disappoint them. So I know we was on the 18-yard line, and we had 4th and 3, and I wasn't going to hesitate. Coach Guzman, if he come up here, he'll be yelling on the sideline, go for it. You know, we have a philosophy at Wesco East. We believe in our kids. Our kids are held accountable in the classroom, on the practice field. They play like college athletes, and we got a few this year that's going to go play college football, and I cannot wait to go see them. I can't wait for Kingsville to get started because our kicker, Gilbert's up there, and that's right. And I can't wait to go see him kick, my second favorite kicker of all time at Wesco. My favorite kicker of all time at Wesco East. He means a lot to me. The kid is special. He was special on the field.
Any details on San Antonio Southwest and where that game will take place?
Well, right now we have it penciled in at Laredo, Friday at Laredo at 7, I think 7 o'clock in Laredo. You know, we had some disagreements on, what we was going to do at 6. They said 6 Friday in Laredo, yes. They wanted to go to Corpus, play on Thursday. I knew they play on Thursday. I'm not as dumb as I look, so I said no. So we flipped, we won, and we agreed to go to Laredo Friday at 6.
Awesome. It's a half day for Weslaco ISD anyway, so I guess we're going on the road, guys.
It's on.
All right, and then we hope to be playing Christmas week, Coach, which would be really nice as well, but one game at a time.
Thank you. We're going one play at a time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Parents, again, thank you guys for showing up. It means a lot to our athletes and our coaching staff. Our administration at Wesco East is second to none. You've seen them all on the sideline. Big O, our AD, who's walking around here, always has things prepared. Upstairs, those guys upstairs mean a lot to us, mostly Coach Rock, who I've coached with for years. He gets a little excited up there and gets the other team fired up sometimes, and so do you guys. You had those guys fired up, but I like it. Get them fired up. We'll be ready for anyone, anytime, any place. Thank you guys very much.
You got it. Congratulations, Coach Mike Burgett.
Going to the second round of the playoffs now. Another bi-district title for the Wildcats, and they'll be on. Now you heard the game's going to take place in Laredo. We'll find out what field and all that, but it'll be a 6 o'clock game on Friday, which should be a very interesting game against San Antonio Southwest. They have a losing record, but we know that, hey, second round of the playoffs, they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Carlos. And, going back to Weslaco East, I was curious to see how they would respond to adversity, and they responded very well tonight. We knew Victoria East was going to be for a great opponent, and they came in here and really took it to Weslaco East. But I really like how the players responded, even when Victoria East looked like they were going to come back, even when they took the lead in the second half. I mean, the Wildcats just went down there and did what they always do, which is march down the field, score a touchdown, and then let the defense take over, and they made some big plays.
Yeah, and you got a chance to see them open up the playbook a little bit more, use more of the passing game, use more different players as well. It wasn't just Gio, but Avery and some other players got involved. And the defense, we knew the defense was going to be tested. They had been making plays all season long, and they came up with the big plays late in the fourth quarter, and that's when you want them to make the plays. Jonathan Granado's Defensive Player of the Game, if we were handing out that award, he had just an incredible game tonight.
When you get to this point, Carlos, it's not so much about stopping them, because it's almost impossible to stop a team like Victoria East and whoever else they play moving forward, but just coming through with the big plays when they have to, getting those turnovers, and then penalties hurt Victoria East all night long, and the Wildcats just made them pay when they had to, come in with the big tackles when they had to, come up with the big sack when they had to, and as you mentioned, Jonathan Granales in that last drive coming through with a couple of tackles, a big sack, and it led to the stop.
A very fun, exciting game here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. The crowd was as packed as we can get it here because of social distancing. But I'd like to give a shout out to our security, to our maintenance, to our custodian staff. All season long, they've done an incredible job here at Bobby Lackey Stadium in keeping everybody as safe as possible during these crazy 2020 times. So for everybody at K-West and Mike Gonzalez, I'm Carlos Roberto. Next week on the road, we'll be live once again, Weslaco East versus San Antonio Southwest from Laredo at 6 o'clock. Good night, everybody.